Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. This is the day the Lord has made. We rejoice and be glad. Hold on. That didn't open for Barbershop Talk. That's another opening. Anyway, good afternoon. You're tuning in to Glory 93.9, the freshest speak of glory, to hit the atmosphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, hemisphere, and red cross fair. Listen, we are so glad to have you locked in with us here on Glory 93.9. Of course, you know, we came back. This the big week. You know, the week began with March 1st. Our week began with March 1st. Our week didn't begin on Sunday, began on Monday. And so you remember one-on-one with Pastor Denzel was back on Monday. And we had a wonderful listenership. You all did so good. You all made us dead proud. I can make the Barbershop boys there jealous because if I don't get the kind of numbers I had on Monday, then I know there's a problem. Because on Monday, let me check Monday's show. I want to do this just for emphasis to show them that
you couldn't do that before the show started?
No, I want to do it live so I can see it so I can know I lie. And I want it fresh. I want it fresh as it happened, you see?
It's powerful.
Yeah. So based on my last show, one-on-one with Pastor Denzel, we had 1.4 views, 1.4 thousand views. So 1,400 views for that last show. So this is a test run. I'm giving the Barbershop crew a test run.
So what we gotta make?
You gotta beat that
1.4 views.
And
that's over a period of 2 days.
I think my producer will confirm that at the end of the show we were at about 1,200 views.
Yeah.
Yes, at the end of the show on Monday.
Pete ain't young.
That's good.
So what I'm saying is that if my viewership goes down, then I know this the wrong mix.
Well, we can see how important Pete is right now.
What a time.
I only have 2 fans. Garfield got 1.
I ain't got none.
Carlo, we know you don't got none.
So let's begin with this instruction. Those of you that are tuned in now, please do me a favor. Go ahead and share the video for me, please. Let all your friends them know. Let all the people them know. Look at Elrie. Elrie's here. Good to see you, Elrie.
Hey, Mr. Devo.
Good to see you, Elrie.
That's a step in the right direction.
Dewey Thomas. Good to see you, Pastor Dewey. Good to see you in. Welcome, man. Come on, man, Renice. You asking already? Where's Peter Wilson Jr. already?
I tell you
already. So where's Peter Wilson Jr.? Renice, I don't even know you knew Peter Wilson. I didn't even know you know who Peter was. So go ahead, help me by sharing this video. Help me get the word out. That Barbershop Talk. We have been on break now for about 6-7 months. I think we did one show early in the pandemic, around about the summertime, I think it was. And we haven't done anything since then. So Barbershop Talk has been out of commission for a little bit since our last meetings, Glory 93.9, and gone to another place. We in another dimension, but I believe the boys we ready. We good for it. We built for this.
The room look good though. Congratulations. Man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Glory is growing.
We just need some ads from like the sport and whatnot. Those ads that was promised from a long time ago.
The pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
The people saying the pandemic been cost all kind of things.
Boy, listen to me. I've been out to the sport. Ain't no pandemic out there. Ain't no pandemic out there. When I go to the sport, thank God I call when I call. And I get Ralph calling when I call. And I mean, people piling up there. No chicken, no this, no that. Everything's sold out. Only one thing wasn't sold out, but I can see what that is on my show. Because this Glory 93.9. There's one thing that don't sell out at the spot. But I can leave it for another time.
But somebody
is one. All I can say is there's one thing at the spot that never sell out. That's the information on the street. But anyway, I can leave that. That's neither here nor there. You shared in the Bagaman group, in the Bagaman League. You shared in there.
I
In those
ain't
groups.
in that league. I ain't in that group.
You in that? You in there?
I ain't that privilege. I barely inside the
You
barbershop.
can't play backgammon. That's for people who can play backgammon, sir.
People don't get nothing else to do with their life. But anyway, I guess
This is Baba.
yeah.
Makes sense a little, you know.
We have
Well, either, so.
you in that group? You know Big
You
Bagaman.
can't play backgammon.
Yeah,
That's for our league.
the group is called the Bagaman League. So if you're not
These fellas don't have no playoffs. They don't have no regular season. They don't even have a consistent regular season. And
They
got
had big
talk.
talks too, but then they
You
had,
try to don't run on the food.
Y'all ain't got no
You
league,
focus on
man.
that.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah,
about our
man.
league.
Yeah, well, you
try to run on
I
the
know what Pastor talking about. I ain't running no food. I got the food.
I was there. The fact you say better than yeah.
Pastor, calm down. Let's just go, man.
No, I just saying how good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
And it became late. It was late.
It was late.
It was late. No, I ain't saying that you were.
Yeah, but you called early.
I did call early.
You got what you wanted.
I got exactly what I wanted.
Okay, so that's what it matters.
And I don't know if I got extra because you was taking care of me or what, but it was a good size because one of the news on the street was their portions was small. It was good and small. I am here to debunk that. I got very good portions.
that too.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
it's
I
what you
can
did.
tell you, no, I heard that. No, I tell you, people said it to me on the street. They said, when you go, I gave you free hard time was going at
I
3.9.
appreciate that.
No problem. Use my boy.
The orange skate on High Road. God, miss it.
Let me do this. You don't do this. You don't advertise your show, your operation on my show. You let me do it. But the news on the street was that you don't get big portions with cars. It'd be dead good, but the portions don't be right. Well, I went there and the portions were more than satisfactory. And I haven't eaten black beans since I came out from school. Because you know that I know Bahamian thing. We don't do no black beans.
No.
But you got it right.
They right.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I just don't want no black beans and no
No,
rice.
they said.
Straight pork. You come for jerk? I ain't come for no dinner.
Apparently, I'm being told that my screen is freezing. I know, and they say only mine freezing, nobody else freezing.
What?
That's a mess. I know what's up with that. Boy, we getting a lot of welcome backs. PM Campbell says welcome back. Ellery, welcome back. Donicia, that's Dwayne's wife, say welcome back. Christine Sweden, say welcome back. Well, I feel like we were missed.
Come on.
This is amazing.
We on the right track. Let's go. 2K.
Now listen, let me give apologies now. We have not fired Mr. Wilson. Let me make that established. We have not fired him. Not yet.
Is Marcus in the office?
Yeah. He is traveling at the moment. He had some things he had to deal with, so he's out of town.
So nobody asked him, Mr. Taylor?
No, ain't nobody really asked Mr. Taylor.
He even doing it?
I ain't see him comment nothing yet. Say he tuned in,
Oh, wow.
but I believe if he tuned in now, we can get him. So he ain't tuned in now. He can tune in late because he got to be busy.
Mhm.
He got to prepare to be busy. So he can't tune in now for another hour, and then say just got in, guys.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. So look out for it.
That's why.
Yeah, that's my business. That's my boy.
Yeah, man.
That's my boy. Hey, I ain't lay up. Y'all throw me under the bus. Hey, Reno, say what's up, gents. Good to see you, Reno.
We don't get nothing to do. Anybody lock up.
Hey. That's my client. You leave that. That's my good client. You leave
So
that.
you can go Betty this way.
Hey,
Like you can go Betty.
That's my good client.
Ain't nothing else to do, man.
Better me from Chicken 10.
You know anything? You
From chicken,
don't do anything else besides be Betty?
No.
Let's think about it. I brought this fella.
Someone asked a question about Mr. Taylor. Finally, Donicia says, Mr. Taylor and Mr. Knowles, where are they?
Both of them to work as far as they know.
Yeah.
As far as they know.
Sandra says she misses. Well, thank you, Sandra. Listen. Anybody who misses, please tell us you misses. We will know it. We have some issues, so we want you to reinforce our esteem.
We just want us to get to 2K. Pastor and put us on blast for this one-on-one show.
Yeah, I like this viewership getting a little high now, so why not?
Let's keep it running.
Yeah, she climbing.
Let's start talking some content now.
Oh, we better go to content. I try to give it time to get warm because boy, I don't know. It's so much things to talk about. This over the last 4 months, I personally miss barbershop talk because there are things I want to talk about, but I can't talk about them except I talk about it here because I can hide behind y'all.
Oh, that's
So I can let y'all I can let y'all say what the pastor wanted to say. But I can't say that with me and Pastor Buttercup.
You better slide the sticky here.
Well, I can bait you there. You can go. I know this is gonna be hard. I can just throw the bait out there, and I promise you, when they throw that bait, y'all going on it. All right. So those of you who we have a text line. Our text line is 828-2543. If you want to send a WhatsApp to us, it's 828-2543. And we have a call-in line. Those who want to call in, the number to call in is 828-3543. Now, of course,
one thing about your live is make sure Glory's straight, baby. Motorbike, man.
How we get there, man?
I just say, man. You know?
How we get there?
No, we last time we said we had to be juggling for phone. Now they get 2 nice phones. And they make 2 8 number, they alive. But ain't nothing that's like being alive in the glory. Again, then you bastard, sorry.
Being alive in the glory.
That's strong. That can preach. So the call-in line is 828-3543, and the text line is 828-2543. And by the way, we need that a live sponsor. By the way, since Carlin put it out there, we need that a live sponsor. We need to go ahead and get that. We need them a live ads radio on Glory 93.9. All right, so that's the numbers to call. Facebook, welcome. Tune in radio, welcome. Those listening right here in the city, welcome to you. All over the Bahamas, welcome to you. I don't see our overseas guests yet. We had North Carolina, we had Georgia, we had Florida. I don't see them yet. Any of our overseas guests outside of the Bahamas, let me know you're here, please, because we need to make sure you're here. Julianne Roll says in Tito's voice, "Welcome back, gentlemen." That's what Julianne says. All right, here we go. How would we begin here?
With lunch?
No,
not with lunch.
No, lunch would be Saturday. Howard Road West. In our road, that's our road.
That's our road. Or Tonic Williams Darling Highway.
Tonic Williams is from JFK to the Rooster.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. So yeah, all right. So Tonic Williams, that's what we can be. That's what we can be. All right, here we go. So I buy the paper today. We can jump right in it. Let's jump right current. And if y'all want to backtrack, we can backtrack. Paper headline: The Guardian says Forbes' spot was never in doubt. That's what was said by Philip Brave Davis. Of course, we know that Forbes made an announcement in the House that he is.
This is before or after lunch?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is before.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know that that Vice Will Forbes, he said he will not offer himself for re-election for South Andres, Mangrove Key. And one of the things he said in his interview was that he didn't feel he had the support of leadership.
Wow.
And now we see the headline of the paper today.
So who you believe?
Me?
Yeah, who you believe?
I tell you, I do the show so y'all can talk. You don't get me in trouble.
Do you believe?
Which was, I mean, of course, it looked, just to go back a little bit, it looked like the F&M ship was getting a little shaky.
But Brave already say, right? That he
The
didn't.
F&M ship or the PLP ship?
No, that's why I came out. I said the F&M ship was starting to look a little shaky.
Calm down.
You know, you had
pay attention.
We had the speaker, who is now an independent speaker.
Mutri.
Yeah. We had the Lanisha role.
One who wasn't under investigation. Who wasn't under
investigation.
Yeah.
Then we have the situation with Peter Turnquest, who was
but then
who was
you
not.
say the cookies to straight. You know, go ahead.
I know what everybody say. I know you can help me understand everything now. So that's what was going on with the F&M, and everybody who was in yellow was excited. The crowd was getting excited because the crowd looked stable, and the F&M looked unstable. But now this has come up now, and seeing this boat rocking because now here's the case about the Obi Wilscombe thing, whether he will get the nomination for West End, and then people talking about whether Von Miller will get Golden Isles. I don't think that's been confirmed yet.
But I thought that was confirmed. I thought 4 was confirmed. The four is the word incumbent. That's the word.
That's the word, yeah.
The 4 incumbent ones that won.
That would be 5. Then we're gonna if you include 1, you can walk the floor.
Right. So all of them are supposed to remain.
But I know you have inside information.
No.
So you can help me understand it.
I don't have inside information. Insider, he in here. I ain't deep in them group. I just sit down
here, little thing.
Sit down a little water in once in a while, and they had a little sip.
Right.
So I thought that those 5 was automatic. It was been Chester,
Mr. Davis,
Glennis Hanna, Mr. Davis, Mrs. Picewell, and Vaughn. And Vaughn. That's the 5, eh?
That's what the
they were supposed to be automatic.
That's what the leader said when this whole process started. That's what was said. But Tito, you missed all this because you trying to read to catch up. You want to know what's going on?
I was reading something hot on the next side, but I dare not touch.
What it is now?
The one below that?
What?
So when she get thing up, so when she get Senate.
This one, yeah.
But I was there. No, I read. No, we can get to that.
No, I just saying.
We can get to that.
I think she's going. I think she's going.
This one?
I scared.
I think she's going. I think she's going.
Yeah.
Why you
Who?
scared of that, sir?
I think she's going.
You mean if Monique Pillin, if she
Yeah.
got a nomination?
Yeah.
Well, based on the way the conversation ended, it seems as though that's not close yet because they don't know who's going to get a nomination.
Yeah, because now your boy done talk, but he ain't doing it more, so she might get it.
Yeah.
And patience is a virtue, you know.
So you throw in Pies and Forbes under the bus.
Have I joined him under the
You
bus?
said patience is a virtue, so you suggested
Well, I
that.
don't know. Well, according to what Mr. Davis said, he was straight, but I don't know how much straighter he want to be. I don't know. He must see what he want. He must see wanting to promise him something else.
Well, what he was saying was that people on and I'm only saying what was said in the press, that he is hearing that he's straight, but people on the ground campaign in this area. So if I straight, why they campaign? And if I got the nomination, why are people being allowed from my party to be on the ground in my area?
And campaigning for who?
No, they're trying to get nomination. They were campaigning trying to get nomination.
Okay, so like that, whoever in the contest running,
Yeah,
they
but
campaign, said
And
campaign
what
for the
and
area.
if this secure,
then why they in my
why they here?
Okay.
Why they here?
All right.
Why they are campaigning?
so hold on. So let me understand something.
No, do we? I mean, is that it is even a valid claim?
I mean, to a certain extent.
Based on your earlier statement, you said that the leader says that your seat straight.
Right.
You ain't worried about nothing. The incumbents are secure.
Right.
So if the
According to
leader,
Rick.
if the leader makes that statement that the incumbent secure, why anybody on the ground?
They must see they trying to prove. They must be trying to say, listen, this is my case. Let me plead my case. I can do it on my own. I can plead my case on my own.
You
and
sound like
say,
you on the inside.
But
no, I can
on-
plead.
but under which
I can
ticket?
plead under the if I am a member of the Progressive Liberal Party, right? And I feel like I have a better chance than Bicewell. I have to prove that. So I sit down with Mr. Davis. I say, listen, as far as I know, this Bicewell job.
But Carlo, you know, smoking
This
from
Bicewell job. This Bicewell job. So if you feel like if you could beat Bicewell, I could say, let me see it, but in the hearts, I know where I going.
But
Question is,
but
we
no,
have
but
loyalty,
but
though.
then the
But
doc,
yeah, you
the-
can- yeah, you
in the
can
paper,
alert
in the
those
comments though, in the comments,
Hey, you can't
In
do
the
it.
comments
You
it said-
shouldn't do it.
But I mean,
You said it was
can't.
never in doubt. Like it was
Yeah,
never
right?
up for
So
grabs.
your scenario is making that seems like that's
That's a lie.
incorrect. That's a lie.
No. But my scenario is saying that you can't stop a person from doing what they want to do, not disclaiming or discrediting what Brave Davis actually said. You know,
But
Carlo, if you walk in this room and always wait for a company, and you say, listen, this manager's job is Carlo one. I letting everybody know every day this one is Carlo one.
yeah, but if
No,
I want the manager job, I can do what I gotta do to outshine you to
Not-
try and get the
Carlo,
manager job.
Not if he done tell you this
Exactly.
manager's job is Carlo on.
It don't matter.
what y'all do.
That over.
This
All
their
right.
job.
It don't
is-
matter what Tito do to try and prove that he better than me. Use my boss, use our boss. You don't say that's my job, but Tito can say, you know what? I know I better than them. So I can go there and do what I gotta do to show my better. If I get a job, no, but I can try.
It don't work like that in the
No
office.
boy.
You don't know how it is,
No
wait,
boy.
man.
You know,
Uh-uh.
you know it don't work like that.
But anyway, all I say is I don't know. I don't know either way, right? But if what Brave saying is true, Paisel suggested to sit small and relax. Now,
but I sit in small, relaxing, and I see people moving in, and I ain't being. Let's
where's
say
the pictures? Where's the pictures? Where's the proof?
I tell.
That ain't been on that place yet. That's popular.
I can only speak. I can speak as a pastor. Let me be pastor. I tell Tito, you was the deacon in charge. You run this operation.
What are you in charge of?
He just saying. He just
Exactly.
Yeah.
The deacon in charge.
You was the deacon in charge.
You want
I tell him that. I tell him you in charge. He go to sort out stuff. Every time he go to sort out stuff, Brother Carlo, Deacon Garfield doing stuff before he get to it.
No, got the project. Got the project.
They
in hand.
running stuff.
Got the project. In hand.
He tried to usurp authority again because I tell him he's deacon in charge. He go check on it again. Next thing, this done, that done. Now he looking at me now because I know it done, and I shaking hand with Carlo. Hey, but he was saying, man, I hailing Garfield, and he's sitting there and figure, oh look, you see what's going on? You see what's happening here? And what Tito waiting on is for me to say, hold on now, y'all do realize
this the man in charge.
this the man in charge.
Yeah.
That's what Tito, and at some point, if that would have happened,
How we know that wasn't what said?
if that
Can be.
no, I ain't saying it wasn't. I just saying that I just looking at it from my point of view. And I think if that happened too long with Tito gonna say, you know what? Let me shut this down. Because obviously this man don't want me in charge. Because if he wanted to be in charge and see what's going on, and he knows what's going on
He
here,
would have shut that down.
he would have shut that down.
Okay.
So hold on, I don't know. I have
Neither do
no.
I. So that's
I have.
useless.
We just talking.
Let's spin this.
Spin it.
Picewell been in the house, what, 2 years in a row? I mean, two terms?
Three.
3 terms.
Yeah, 3 terms.
Never held a position. You ever had a position?
Yeah, man.
What position
He
you
was the ambassador to carry on.
No, man, I do that. I mean,
You say he had no position,
You
no
mean
position.
minister? You mean minister?
No
position?
ministerial position.
No ministerial position. No, no,
Right?
no.
So all he do is sit there. He probably speak in the house maybe 4 times in his whole 3 years.
I don't do that, man. You
Right?
talk bad.
I just said I may be wrong. So now he say, you know what? Listen, I am the most consistent right here, right now. I still fairly young in the political game. I have been consistent. I need you to guarantee me if I win again, I get in a ministerial position, right?
Mhm.
And Brave said, listen, man, you good, you know. I got you. You can run. But I can't promise you I can make you minister. Nothing. And that might be why his patient running short. Because he might want a position that Brave can't promise him.
But what that got to do with the guaranteed spot inside?
That's because he guaranteed already to win 3 times in a row.
So why people on my job?
Oh my goodness
You just skip
gracious.
a pass
So,
me.
so
So
what,
we
what Carlos
creating
said
a
that
scenario now.
Carlos said that is that I want to know because I know you can win, and if you win, you can look for something. I will give him nothing.
Right.
That's what that's saying.
He said
Carlos said.
he want me promise him that, hey, listen, if you win again, use Minister of Agriculture and Sports and Fisheries.
And
And the
Yeah,
truth of the matter is,
Right?
if he wins again, how could you not give him on the cabinet post?
But
But
then
then senior man.
agreed. But that's what I'm saying. Now his
So you're
patient
saying
might have
they
ran
won't give senior man.
because he cannot guarantee him that he will get a ministerial post when he wins, if he wins again, if he runs again.
Now, of course, now those who listen,
All this is just pure speculation.
let me
now.
let me establish something again for those because we've been off here for a little while. This show is barbershop talk. We don't simulate. We just have barbershop talk. This ain't no simulation. This is what we do in the barbershop. And everybody in the barbershop has facts, and nobody know a thing.
This here say.
Everybody in the barbershop, they have facts. They have the horse's mouth. They don't even know where the stable is, where the horse is located. But when everybody
I don't
talks,
even dig no hay in the stable.
no, but everybody talks with conviction, like they know the whole story, and they don't know nothing. That's the nature of this show. So those who tune in now, who about to say, "Now, I don't." If this ain't fact check, y'all shouldn't say it. This is barbershop talk.
This
That's
is not
what
them other radio
This in
stations.
them other stations. This in them other shows.
Oh,
This show,
We been on the ground and Andres.
right?
You know this. I see this myself. Don't tell me nothing.
The last crowd I catch, they tell me that.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, boy, I get some information here, but I will share what I get. I get some heavy information here.
Man, you really gotta sort that. You know, you like
Yeah.
talk, but you get just don't give out your sources.
I definitely can't give the sources.
Yeah, but just say what it is.
You know, let's keep on talking first.
Oh. But you
I get some text straight from South Anderson, Michael Key.
right. So you got
I have listeners. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize I had listeners in South Anderson, Michael
Wow.
Key, and they texted me directly, and this is powerful.
They're giving you a rundown.
If I let you show this, will you not say what I show you?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't go out some phone thing get confiscated. Yeah, I don't go out some phone. Don't go out some please
Well,
spell all over.
well, the time.
Hey,
Hey, well, listen, man. Back to what I was originally
You
saying.
move on now.
Yeah, no, we can still stay on this. But what I'm saying is, we gotta look at it from both ways. So Prayer might be wrong for misleading the public, and Picewell might be impatient because he feels as if he deserves something. I mean, and based on his track record, he deserves a ministerial post. I mean, I don't know the man personally. I don't know how brilliant or non-brilliant or whatever he is, or whatever the case may be. But if you'd have been 3 times in a row, you got to be doing something right.
Yeah, but you winning,
And I don't think he get that much money because he was working on the radio, so he buying votes.
but then you also working and
However, now I'll say this now. Now let me say this without I gotta say this. This me as the General Superintendent of Highway Church of God. We have a service down there in Andres. We have a church down there in Andres, down in Mars Bay. That's way down there in South Andres. And there's a service that happens there. Picewell is always there. He is this was I know even to our church. It's not a major church. It's a smaller congregation there.
Mm-hmm.
But when this happens every year that happens there, he is
And he's be
going
fresh.
to he's be clean now.
He's be fresh.
Clean as a whistle.
Boy, he's be fresh.
He is there. I have seen several instances where he's been very present at the school there in Mangrove Key when they have different assemblies, different stuff going on. I've seen it. So I have. He's been based on what I see present in that area.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
So let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Let me be facetious for a minute. So now, Brave, according to the public, Brave ousting Vice Red.
Mm-hmm.
So now, they're after them shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, it's like when when they cut a football player who gets some potential left,
You grab him.
you grab him. So you think Minister gonna say, bye, so listen, come see me?
Ain't happening.
But let's talk. Let's talk.
Why not?
Let's talk.
Why
We're
not?
talking the game of politics.
Why not?
Why not do that?
Why not? That's a seat
Just
that
talking
is
politics.
a seat that you can secure based on what Pastor just said. Those people in Southern just love Paiswell for who he is, not for what he have.
For some people, it's different. It's like Saxon and Valley. No matter you cut me or not,
Well, you
blood
gotta
still
be,
thicker than water.
you gotta be a German.
It's just some things you don't cross line. I can never be a Saxon.
Yeah, but
I
I
can
can't.
put the-
but-
I can't-
but
you-
I-
you-
but I-
you-
I-
you-
I-
that
no matter how
I-
bad the
I-
body
I-
boys do me.
I don't think
I can
Junkanoo
never-
loyalty is the same as political loyalty.
No, sports.
No.
Sports
I-
loyalty
I think
is
it might be
not
more.
the same.
Huh?
I think it might be a little bit more.
No, boy.
No, boy.
No,
Pastor,
boy.
Not
Tito,
between.
for the older crew,
Tito, if
You
that
got some
was
old
if
people
that was
not
the
between
case,
politicians.
if
Listen.
that was the case, the PLP would not have lost the way they lost the last election.
but you know why they lose? It ain't because they vote the other way. They choose not to go to the poll.
So that where you think their loyalty lie?
See, it's a difference.
So where
I
your
don't go
loyalty
vote.
lie? So where's your loyalty
But
lie?
I ain't-
If
but
I am
hold
a
on.
PLP, if
I
I am a
can't
staunch PLP,
I can't
it
mark
does
my
not
ex red
matter.
though.
I am going to,
I can't mark my ex
Mark-
road.
mark
if
X
you
red.
do not vote
I
for
doubt
it,
that.
if you listen,
I think
No,
they do.
no, boy. I've heard it's a lot of people who have
Ah,
marked
man.
red.
Don't mind them.
if you don't vote, if you don't
know.
vote, that's like voting.
But that is true.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
so don't say that then.
but it's still
so that's
different
the
for them.
same
They
thing?
still feel like they ain't marked their ex red.
No.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
their
what-
own.
So
if
by
you didn't vote, you
not
voted.
voting for yellow, you give red the upper hand.
But that's how you gonna know come this election.
But that's why I say
you gonna know
this
this real PLP
explain
because
to
some of
you.
them areas can go back to what they was.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, if I was minister, right? If I was the prime minister and I know my stable shaky,
I want to get myself.
I
in
need
trouble.
to start getting-
I
I
let me
can't
tell you
get
why
it.
I'm picking
I
him up.
can't get it.
Because I know if I can trust him.
oh Jesus, so the politics you can trust.
No, when I say that, just say
Who you can trust?
just say saying no.
Tell me who you can trust.
I mean, you
Come
can't really
on,
trust him.
everybody that cross floor and they look
Yeah.
at Renard there.
I
Look,
get
look,
you.
look.
Bro,
Andre
you
Rollins
You know
there.
a little saying?
Come on.
Out of all my mother's children,
I love me the best.
I love me the best.
Yeah.
So I was here getting that strong $28,000. And this fella across the table say, listen, man, come on this side, you can get 80,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee.
So listen.
Yeah.
All right.
How hard it is?
Going back to my point, Brave say, I can't promise you no ministerial post. You would say, listen, but you come across, and if you went so honest with me, I give you any post you want. What minister of works? A minister of tourism? Minister of sports? What you want?
You can't get
I
any.
just saying.
I understand what you're saying.
So,
you can't get
and then
any-
based on what he say he want, okay, you scratch.
Carlo, there's a process and them things where you wait on the line. You
What
can't-
line?
You
No,
can't
no,
jump
no,
to
no,
the
no.
front.
What line?
You
You
can't
could
jump to the front.
Tito,
You
when
cut
your
down.
back is
when you cut
against
your
the
deal,
wall,
you gotta cut it.
you have to
But-
punch your way out.
This is the problem now with some of those who in the party. They feel like some dude skipped the line.
because
Yeah,
they
jump
got
all
a
the way to
better
front,
deal.
and now they
They got a
mad.
better deal
Tito.
than you.
Tito, you
You
missing the
can't blame
point,
me
bro.
for cutting a better deal than you.
If
Pastor,
election get held today, you
the other
think
day-
they have to win or lose?
Someone stand in
Whoa,
front of the
whoa,
house.
whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that's a strong question you asked that. Let me get
Someone
the comments
stand in front of the
online.
house and they said,
Go ahead.
remember when they had your back. I don't want you to think people don't be reminded. That fella been there a long time.
Who been in there long time?
All right, then. I can leave that just like that.
Let me get some
I can leave that
comments.
just like that.
But I get
Let-
what I'll say. I go for bicycle because I know for sure that's
That
one.
seat's
That's
secure.
one seat I got.
But you think you not get the womb over?
He ain't got a woman over. It's Boston make him mad. He
That
done.
don't mean-
He
that
in
don't
the,
mean
he ready in a vulnerable state.
So why go there? Why not go to evolution?
Go round.
Go
Go round.
on,
Evolution.
Y'all behave. I can see y'all trying to go somewhere. Then I let y'all go.
Evolution.
Let me get some questions in here. Let me get some comments in here.
Independent.
I get some comments in here. Here we go. But isn't evolution independent? And this is a coalition of independents.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, let me get some comments in here. Someone says, let me try to put them
There's
online.
somebody tell me so on this is PLB down. It don't matter who you all put down.
I coming out the comments right now.
Tell me that.
Someone says they want to make their face look good on all sides. That's Melissa Prosper. They talk with 4 tongues. Reno here just laughing. Ellie DeVoe says Junkanoo has a big influence with politics. That's you get them now. You know, at least go deep. Renice Hanna says the same thing that Carlo just said. Andres ain't switching. Sandra Gibson says, "Watch it, Tito. Saxon in my DNA."
Sorry. So listen, let me understand.
Let me get more comments. I want the people to know we appreciate them commenting.
Sorry.
Naoshi Johnson, I was waiting on you, Naoshi. I was waiting on you. I noticed you got a conversation. She say, "This show is too much for me today. I can't. No, I need to know where you. Naoshi, know where you stand." Keno Moss, what Keno? Let me. I can't see this good. Let me get this here. I want to see this good. Keno Moss says, "How minutes could get Picewell if they don't have a person ratified in Picewell Forbes area? Now that's something different altogether. That's another conversation."
You ain't going that way.
Leslie Beckel says, "LOL, say who in politics that you can trust."
I tell you that you can't trust nobody.
So
Based on the comments, right, Pastor? But that's my thing. You alluded to the fact that these people love Picewell. You think they just love Picewell because he's a PLP?
nah, I did
See,
not.
now I
I
think-
did not say
See,
they
now
love
y'all-
Picewell.
all right.
I do not
Okay.
misquote me.
Okay.
I did
You
not
did-
say that.
you didn't
I
direct-
do not
all right.
live in South
Pastor,
Andres.
all right.
I don't live in Mangrove
Listen,
Key.
man,
I don't know who they love.
All right,
But you're going back to the first point I alluded to. Listen, some people are not gonna change their PLPs.
So listen. So
You
you're
roll out
telling me.
that
All right.
one.
So hold on. All right. So hold on. So this. All right. So this.
I got an Israel comment. I got to read this one. Then you can finish talk. Listen to this comment. This comment comes here from my good listener who is waiting on. I know she's coming with something. Why y'all saying Brave oust him though? His people didn't want him.
Who people didn't want him? Picewell.
That is what this person is saying.
I mean, the people in the Andres don't want it.
That means the people in the Andres didn't want him. That's what this person is saying.
All right. So then,
Nah, that's powerful.
So right, if that's the case,
Now again, I don't know. We didn't even go I don't know how long you listen to Peggy. Now we were very careful to say we didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
So we just throw in barbershop scenarios out there of what possibly could have happened.
So that's one of the things.
Yeah.
So he's not liked in South Andres.
That this is now what Peggy's saying. Peggy is saying this.
Where Peggy from? Peggy from Andres?
Mhm.
She from South or she
No,
from
she ain't from
North?
South.
She from Mangrove Key?
No, she ain't from my either.
So how I need this.
Well, listen, what
I didn't tell Carlo. I didn't
But
tell
listen,
Carlo.
all right, but all right, listen, we just was putting up
We support
we-
What happened?
you.
What happened in North, the South? No.
We support you because you was PLP.
No,
You
we-
go
right.
after them, you get rolled out too.
I was only giving scenarios. So I only said, I just was saying hypothetically, right? Let me correct myself.
Go ahead.
Pastor
They're
didn't.
not that you losing, sir.
No, I losing. Pastor didn't say that he is loved, right?
I
I read into that. So I was saying, if you win 3 turns back to back, I assume that you're doing something right. But you saying everybody's saying that the reason he win 3 turns back to back is because he's BLP. Basically,
how much
Hold
time?
on,
How much
hold on.
time they voted after them?
I don't know. I don't live South Andres.
I think they voted after them once. I
All right,
think
then.
it was just one
And how
time.
many years?
So I want-
And how many?
I
elections?
wonder if so Brave. Listen, if you're listening out there, let me know. I think I wait, but $1,000 you can ratify me. Oh, you ain't get some free crowd down in South Andres.
Carlo, you gonna take pressure. You gonna take no pressure. You gonna deliver them people nothing.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, Price Valley delivered them nothing new.
But-
What?
But now, I mean, again, I don't. These comments coming in strong and strong. A lot against strong.
Whoa. You saying anybody?
Peggy say, hold on. I ain't know that South Andres. I a PLP.
All right then.
Unapologetic.
Ask if she vote after them.
Ooh,
You said they get switched.
you want me? Listen to me.
Yeah, but then
Listen to me.
You want to beg you nothing.
Listen to me.
but you can't take one.
I did bid to where Peggy live. I did bid where her family come from. I will not insult myself by asking Peggy that question. Because
You call for Carlo?
I ain't
No,
call my
not
friend.
for me, no.
I
listen,
ain't
man.
say me. I ain't get
We
the
have
that.
to look at all aspects of the situation,
All scenarios.
all scenarios. I never say no scenario is right or none was wrong. No, I just
Some
give them all
scenarios shouldn't
scenarios.
even be asked. 'Cause
You
know
should
that scenario
because-
can't work.
Yeah, we should.
Certain areas, only by
Yeah,
the grace
yeah.
of God they'll switch.
Oh, but I know one thing. Y'all always thought Senator is PLP. And
But
they-
you know why you
But
said
hold on
they
now.
lost PLP? You know why PLP lost the area?
Hold on.
The
See,
PLPs, all them didn't go to the poll.
So listen,
They choose to stay home.
Yeah,
all
but
you doing is
Tito,
proving my.
They
Listen,
didn't
all
understand.
you doing is proving my point, you know.
They don't understand the numbers game.
So they don't understand
And
loyalty.
vote is
They
a
don't
vote.
understand
who wins.
loyalty. Then that's the difference.
They was mad.
They don't understand loyalty.
They was mad.
when you loyal, it don't matter if you mad.
No. They
When
mad.
you loyal, you loyal.
Oh, I apologize. Let me correct this. That Peggy confirmed. I thought there was a chance. There was a time. I really thought there was a time. Now, Peggy, you sure of this? I do remember when they did vote independent. I do remember that they voted independent for Whitney Bastian.
Whitney Bastian. Yeah.
But I thought there was one time when the FNM
But you
won
know why
that
they
seat.
vote for Whitney Bastian.
That's my whole.
But you know why they vote for Whitney Bastian.
See, I was drawing this illustration. No, but I
No,
drawing
but
illustration
you know why
as
they
a
vote
valley
for him.
boy.
But you know
I
why
could
they
be
vote
mad.
for him.
I'd rather go someplace else before I go.
You
to
think
Saxon.
they vote for Whitney Bastian because he's mad? Do you think that's what they vote for him for?
You don't know why they would vote for them.
Man, you know
they
why they vote for Whitney Bastian.
You tell me.
No, I know what you get into, and I ain't
Yeah,
let you do what you
that's
get.
right, yeah.
What I will say is that he was a man on the ground, and he's a man from that town.
He's hometown boy.
He's a man from that town. So hold on though. When you realize, let me tell you something now. With that argument that you all two postulating, I don't know if I agree with that. Let me tell you the argument. Let me tell you the argument on both.
So we're using these
Those-
type and the government score. That mean what boss
Those
mean?
those areas that are known strongholds for different parties.
Right.
You can't just put anybody to run there, you know. That's the thought. The thought is you can send anybody there. Those key areas that are strongholds for parties, they tell you who they want.
True.
They got plenty of strength now. They got plenty say. So that's another thing to think about now. Them real strongholds, don't think you could just say, man, I won't get Ramsey in there. Ramsey, you go down there. But they'll chase Ramsey.
Yeah.
Those real strongholds, they tell you, don't play with us. Don't play with us.
You're right.
And when you get them mad,
Right. So them strongholds, you don't sleep on them, but you could just send any cat, dog, and rat and thing. They can just go. They can tell you.
We know better than that.
Right.
We know
So,
better. We know
but
better.
then now that takes this argument to another place. Now, did this stronghold say,
But I'm by yourself,
This-
Mr. Andrews too.
yeah?
But what a time.
but you don't know if they mad with them.
Right. I mean, and you know, I mean,
I say I wonder what's really going on.
people is changing on you now. People is changing. We don't know.
It's cheers.
I never thought. I never thought. I can say this. I never thought Fred Mitchell would have lost Foxhill. I can be honest with you.
What a time.
I could have seen Perry Christie losing Centerville before I saw Fred Mitchell losing.
So who he lose?
Foxhill.
So who he lose
Let
to?
me ask you a question.
I could have seen it
No,
happening.
No, sir.
Let me ask you
The
a question.
presence of Fred Mitchell in
Wait, listen to
Foxhill.
me. I see Fred in action.
The
Fred,
presence of Fred Mitchell in Foxhill.
You still in Foxhill, eh?
Fred,
Never.
never.
Listen
That fella
to
don't
me.
lose a beat.
You still in Foxhill, eh?
Listen to me.
And he was there all through when the day after he lose.
Let me ask you a question. You ever see how you call ambulance?
No, I ain't.
That's how Fred is carry on. He'll get there before you. Fred don't play ball.
I saw this in action the other day for my dear friends.
Fred don't play
I was
ball.
like, where does man come from? How you get here already?
on it, on the clock.
Hold on.
Moving.
I was there at the hospital.
Mhm.
I got a text
He didn't
that
send
someone forwarded me from
he
him,
didn't send an official press statement or
an
something like that.
official
Press release or something.
release and sending
right then.
condolences.
All right.
I said that this dude. Now hold on, man. You people everywhere. How you know this already? So I don't
But-
know
but that-
of Perry Christie's
But
presence,
that's
in Centerville.
No comment.
But Carlo, that's so
but
No,
I
I
don't- but
understand. I
the
understand.
presence of Fred Mitchell in Foxhill. I just didn't see him losing. I didn't see it.
But
Yeah.
I'm very
So-
Christie from Centerville.
But why he lost?
Presence.
Oh.
Presence.
Why he lose?
Yeah, why you lose?
Oh no, but you gotta ask the
they was
people.
mad.
People white
They
people
get
get mad.
They say lose because 2 votes. They know the 2 old people who ain't going to vote, so they stay home. They was mad. They was mad. One of them said they ain't going to the poll. They mad. And they ain't voting red, but they ain't voting. Now leave me alone.
But a no vote is a vote for
They
red.
didn't understand that.
Yeah, well,
Let me read some more comments online. I don't want my online viewers think me ain't checking for them.
You still
So-
voting green?
You can send a crab in PLP shirt in Andres and they voted for that crab. Like I tell you, I don't guarantee that.
That's my
Powerful.
vote.
Don't carry that.
powerful.
Someone says, how much votes the FNM win in Centerville? By 2 votes or 3? Yeah, it was dead close now.
A win is a
They
win.
say they know the 2 people who didn't go and vote.
A win is
But they
a
joking.
a win is a win.
Mother said they was mad. They ain't going.
Win by 1 or 1,000, you still win.
When it's a win.
I don't even know why I should read this. Peggy Johnson Peggy say, I will vote for car wash if you want for PLP.
Peggy, you're serious.
Peggy say PLP. I don't care who
Peggy, you're serious. You don't want car wash. You got to get push up the ramp.
Y'all stop it.
Oh, sorry.
Stop it.
But she being honest.
No,
All
she
right.
gonna walk.
So Peggy say, huh?
She gonna walk up.
What I'm saying, we ain't on that.
No, I don't.
We
We
talking about what Peggy.
Peggy can't be serious. She can't move for car wash.
Peggy
She can't be down
Peggy
there.
saying she is.
She just telling you.
She let you know.
She loyal.
She let you know.
She loyal.
I
is
can entertain
a
it. But I
PLP.
can entertain Peggy. So y'all can push car wash around the wheelchair.
Yes.
Leave car wash
Yes.
alone. I don't. And for the record, I don't know. I've never met car wash. I don't know this person is, and I
Yes.
don't know any person better leave a car wash.
Pastor,
Yes.
that disclaimer ain't going no water.
Nassau Village.
Not today.
Nassau Village going red, so the people get tired and try a new party.
So they, what color they going now?
Evolution.
Yeah.
What color evolution is?
They have a assortment of colors. Blue.
They the flag game.
I think the beam and fly colors.
Keno Moore says Whitney Bastian win that seat because he made a deal with the PLP not to run no candidate. That is correct.
Okay.
His presence is
How you
like,
think that deal
this
gets?
person's talking about Fred Mitchell. They said his presence is like no other down there. Talking about in Fox Hill, Fred Mitchell. And Sandra Gibson, boys, you can tell some people who's PLP, boy, they talking strong now. Sandra, all you'll get, say, and he never left out of Fox Hill. Now somebody say it again. That's Sandra. Peggy said, dead serious, boy, the PLP talking strong. Jesus
Tell
Lord.
you that.
Oh,
Carlo,
anyway.
we got to protect you when we go inside.
Why?
They'll come for you now. You didn't be a BS play. They'll come for you now. You stay right there.
Me or Harrison?
Oh, you want to say, nah, you won't say nothing. You let Peggy them come down there to the radio station for you. You stay right there.
So anyway, I don't know. There has to be something to clear this up because this could be a little. I don't think it's have no long lasting effect, but Paiso went to the point of saying that he's gone from politics, so that's interesting as well to make that so absolute, that he's gone from politics. But hey, it is what it is, and so we wish Paiso Forbes well, and we still up and down in South Andres. But boy, I don't see South Andres not being yellow. To me, South Andres and Angleton,
Yeah.
they don't really go nowhere. I don't see them changing colors, but you never know. My brother lives in Angleton. He said the other day, Glennis Hannah was walked through the corner. Say he thought it was a rally. She's just walking through this corner.
You serious?
Say everybody's on the street. Say like a big parade.
Say it again, ain't that right?
That he lives in Angleton.
Who is that?
My brother. And said Glennis Hannah just made a first trip through his corner. Say, man, he had to come outside to figure what happened.
So she's like a rap star.
Say,
Just walking and just coming.
listen to me. She just walking through the area. This just a campaign. And she said the road was dark. Cars couldn't get through.
I don't understand it. Though.
Mash up.
I mean, I just said, wow.
She's beat. Her presence is felt too.
Wow.
But I can't speak to. I've heard that though. I've heard that her presence.
Her
is very
presence
much
is felt too.
Yeah,
down.
Every
I
friend
don't
will.
know.
She's be there.
She's to the friend.
Yeah. She.
She's to the friend. That's what you call it.
But I want you see, Carlo, we
No,
laughing at it, right?
no.
But
Listen,
that take a lot of energy to even
To be up and down like that.
even if you faking,
That's
Carlo,
plenty energy.
That's still plenty work. That's plenty work, bro. I know that's plenty work. To be there and then have to leave and go someplace else, and they gotta go somewhere else, and they gotta do like a little interview.
Your side days is be buck out.
God, that take plenty energy.
and they say Mr. Melissa do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Well, that is interesting too. But I mean, all right. We didn't spend almost an hour on talking about what's happened over
You serious?
in the yellow. Yeah, man, it's 10-6.
In the yellow.
Yeah, in the yellow. What's happening in the red?
Parker has come get near
What
Minister of
happened, man?
State for
Yeah.
disaster
I mean,
preparedness.
based on what I see on social media, I see boats with people in the water. I see I see a lot of stuff on social
Oh
media.
Lord, they come to somebody named Eddie Smith. I don't even know this person. Eddie Smith say Glennis is the best.
Tell you. She's
Wow.
be there, boy. She's be there.
I need to go talk to Glennis then.
She's be there.
I
But
got to go see.
You don't know him in Anderson. What you waiting there for?
No, I just want to go see.
You don't know Anderson. You better go down there.
No, man.
You don't know Anderson. That's my area.
No, Daddy's living in Angleton. Uncle Stevie live around there too, right in the corner, Lincoln
Yes,
Boulevard.
yeah, Uncle Stevie living there. All right.
And my cousin also live in Angleton, but he's no longer with us.
Okay. This election, Kino Moore said this election will be very interesting. For the last 25 years, Bahamians was voting out governments and not in all the election we had. And not in all the election we had was a report card on the sitting governments. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, nobody has won an election, but people just losing. I don't know an election yet.
So
As of late. I don't know if anybody.
So we voting out who getting in based on the numbers. Because I saw some pictures with DNA walking the street, and I saw Benny Green shit. I don't know if they just throw green shit on people and they just walking the road, but I saw quite a bit of numbers in the road for the green.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering what's going on with green because I haven't been hearing anything.
Green up and running now. Green up and running.
And they had protested. They said they was telling the Prime Minister he need to call election.
Yeah, I tell you.
So Carlos was right when he's only green. You still green then?
Me?
Yeah.
No, man.
Carlos, he was green.
No, I agree. I agree.
Doing good.
When you stop.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't exposed me on this show. I'm all colors. I am the Bahamian flag.
You from Ethiopia, you red, yellow, green.
Red, yellow, green, evolution, DNA. What the other body name do? What the other body name?
No, it's about 12 of them, so I show you on there.
All of them. I'm all them.
There's plenty of them.
All them.
I got a message from somebody down there in Pricewell's consistency, and they're saying that yes, Pricewell is very present, but the people are Tingsy. He's come swinging on.
Wow, that's a big butt.
That's what somebody says from
Tingsy.
the area. You know, this goes back to the point I made this point on a show we did with Michelle Malcolm 2 weeks ago, and people started attacking me for making this point. The point that I made was this: I think I think politician salaries are too low.
Too low.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Now,
Wait.
here before. Let me say it again.
Go ahead.
Not the politicians that are in the house. Politicians' salary is too low. I believe that you set me up to thief.
Yeah.
Right.
When you put me in a chair where I could sign a contract and use a millionaire, make you a millionaire, make you a millionaire, make you a millionaire, and I'm making $70,000 a year. I think if I don't have the Holy Ghost and the Lord God dwelling richly on the inside of me and loving God with all my heart, mind, soul, body, spirit, and everything else, you set me up.
Okay.
And then you're not going to attract Carlo, Garfield,
I've heard it before.
Tito,
I've heard it before.
Denzel. You will not attract the people who have the skill set, the acumen, the accomplishment. We ain't going to be attracted to go there and sit in there for pennies. I believe you get what you pay for.
Okay.
And if we would raise, I think if we would raise that, you may see that we attract a different caliber of people. That's my argument when I say that.
All right. I
Because
understand.
I would never consider, if I was not pastoring, come back from school with a master's degree in engineering, and I don't care how passionate I was about politics. No way would I consider go run for any politics with a wife and children and things to do.
I let Carlo go first.
I wouldn't do it.
You
So
wanna
I
go
think
first?
the quality, you get what you pay for.
Go first.
I always say this in the barbershop because I had same thing with Pastor saying. I asked a couple guys who I thought was qualified to run in politics. You know what they said to me? And I always alluded to the same thing. I always say, I don't love you that much to invest my personal money. I take my family money I built over the years, take $200,000 and go down here in Freetown and pour it into the Carlos and the Damians and whoever. Then when I get in the house, I just throw in an illustration. I didn't campaign all my money out. Give y'all all my money. The like Pastor say, go in there and remake a certain amount. And then like you say, make all your millionaires and all my family money then gone. So I love you so much. I go in there I just pour it into y'all. I clear down lots.
Back to the point.
I cut
on
on
all
the-
my mother children. I love me the best.
All right then.
So this is my thing. I think that's a double-edged sword. I understand your point though.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, and I have that same premise with my establishment. That I feel as if I only paying this tier person this amount of money, two things can happen. Either one, they could have sticky fingers, or they can find something else and they can leave. They ain't gonna hang around. The minute they get something else paying them $50 more, they gone.
They gone.
Right? I agree. However, being that they are in the position to sign these contracts and do these things,
Careful.
So when you make it now, you go from 70,000 to 150,000. So instead of you being a millionaire at the end of your term, you is a possibility you could be a millionaire at the end of year one because you have the same power with more
money.
with more still money coming in. So it's a double-edged sword. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
It is.
But you still can, like you say, you got to hope to attract the people that's in it for the right reasons. But I said this to somebody before, too. I was like, before you get into politics in having conversations in the barbershop or at your favorite watering hole or at a restaurant and you speak into these aspiring.
When you say watering hole, what do you mean? I don't know what that is.
The bar.
The liquor store. The bar.
Liquor store.
The bar, yeah.
No, we don't go to liquor store right here.
That's why you say the water.
You keep asking like you don't know what they're talking about.
He tried to say the water.
Yeah, but you want me exposed to that. When they sitting on to the bar, cocktail and having a conversation.
You gotta stop doing that, man.
Yeah, my boss. Well, right now, we talk.
I ain't gonna lie, that was good.
You stop doing that. Anyway, back to my
Because we
point.
didn't mention this water hole before.
Yeah,
Times. How much water you get?
Believe me, Pastor, I know one thing.
The water
Pastor, I know one thing.
The water
You sit to the right water and oil, you'll get all the information.
You know everything.
Everything.
They just go to the water and all the cry.
Really? Like I was saying, I even lose my train of thought.
That's what the water holes do. You
No.
cause you lose focus.
The water and all of course you lose focus for sure.
That's the only to steal that water hole. That's
That's
the problem
But I
right
say
now.
Garfield, man. He cost you those
Tech support. I've been here and I'm freezing a lot, and I watch it now on the screen that I'm
We're
freezing.
talking about the double-edged sword,
Like,
the salary and
I do with my train of thought, man. Pastor come right here distract me about what the water and all is. Like he don't know what the water and all is.
I ain't about to know the water.
He knows still.
I said
I
the water.
never been in the water hole.
You won't ever pin.
But you're supposed to water and all
Let me
every
tell you, only two places these get done in this town, and far as I can say, watering holes and the golf course.
I know any places.
I say two of the most popular ones, in my opinion. I can be listen. I don't know nothing. Only thing I'm factual about is my name. That's it. And my children. Nothing else. These things, I'm factual with this. I don't write the paper.
I don't know.
I don't write the paper.
Most things get cut in the smoker's room. Whatever that may be,
I
figure it out.
I never know smokers from neither.
Okay.
See, you know. So, Pastor, if you was brave, you was ratify the spelling.
If I was brave,
Yeah.
I didn't know more, man.
Oh, jeez, man.
I didn't know more. I don't know. I honestly don't know much about. I know the name now. Of course, I am one of those persons that I am apolitical. I am not on either political side, but I have an affinity to that name called Finland. So
I hear somebody say
I
this morning
just-
on next radio say you can take Christy, Hubert, and Brave, and just bring back Finland for one term.
that name Finland. Listen to me. That name is revered in my mind. That's a space of my mind. So I wouldn't want to have a plaque off my desk. I don't know her at all. I don't know nothing about her. So I wouldn't want to be Brave Davis if she's not qualified. Because it'll be hard for me to say no to someone named. I just talk about me personally. I revere the name.
True.
I revere the name. I revere the person. So I would not want to be the leader if someone called Finland come across my desk and then you find out they ain't aptly qualified. And I have, like I said, I have known nothing about
That's something.
about Money Finland.
Say people crack jokes. Say two pictures to be up in the older people house. Jesus and Finland.
Hold on, a person on this comment now. I didn't mean in the house. When you walk inside, one side Finland, next side Jesus.
All right then.
Black Jesus.
All right.
Jesus.
You fool around.
Whichever one it is.
You get put down.
So I don't know. I don't know if I would go. I wouldn't want to be in a situation. And but I think and I don't know. I've never been in those back rooms, but I would hope that there are clear guidelines of what makes you suitable or unsuitable. I pray there is.
Of course
To be a
not.
politician?
To be in the nomination.
Of course not.
not.
What guidelines?
There gotta be. I ain't get what y'all say. There got to be guidelines.
There's something called
Listen, man,
loyalty.
when you see somebody going and running, they only have
Loyalty.
a this tree and a that tree and all them other things. Anybody can run once you can pay your little.
No, but for the
$400.
major parties though. For the major
I know one
parties.
thing.
Pastor,
I-
that's how you say,
Pastor.
and your statement is true and correct. Especially those strongholds, them people in them community, they hold plenty weight. They tell you
But that could be part of the formula.
When you see them stalwart
That's a
come,
major part of
when
the
them
formula.
stalwart come and say, listen now, this that Denzel, we don't want them. We don't want Denzel. Well, and they say, well, Denzel get a good job, you get the money, you get back, you have his own backing.
They want to know your family history.
We don't want Denzel.
I think there gotta be some kind of matrix, something where
It ain't no matrix. It's different for every other person.
no, mean like
Different
this,
for every other
that's what my
party.
thought is. My thought is
And
that
person.
it should be like, okay, the what do you call that group? The consistency, the people in the consistency. That should be, you know, you have these different categories, 4 or 5 categories. That should be 30 points. You know, you win the people, you get 30 points, whatever, however that goes with winning the people. Then you have your character, your track record.
Boss, you trying
That
to set us
should
up,
be
you trying to set us up
another
right.
percentage.
Pastor,
Let me finish my thing. The next should be your accomplishment. What have you done? What do you have to show? What successes you have? You should show me that you have been able to do something.
Watch me deflate
Have
this
you
argument.
accomplished? If you ain't ever build nothing, you ain't never established nothing, you ain't never champion nothing, you ain't never do nothing, you should not be qualified to sit in the highest seat in the
Yeah,
country.
it don't go
Let
like that.
me
So that should be accomplishment. That should be another percentage.
that's one word. Let me tell you why. Let me deflate this argument for you.
I even ain't finished.
Yeah, you don't gotta finish like it deflated right now.
Right.
You are a engineer.
Yes, sir.
You run for politics. You build 2 bridge and you redo the glass in the bridge and you fix the bridge in Andres.
Right.
You get in politics. You are now the minister of health. It don't matter what you accomplish, what you do, because they're using your strengths and your knowledge to put you in the right position
Let
anyway.
me shock you. I have no problem with that.
Why not?
I have no problem with that.
I disagree.
Let me tell you what the problem. You know what the problem is right now. Let me give you a perfect example. I intentionally go to my praise team rehearsal and say nothing because I won't go to praise team rehearsal and just be pastor. I don't want to turn on my choir director, musician mind because I can end up micromanaging. I can end up micromanaging.
So
it ain't my job to micromanage. I have heard from persons in these areas that their worst ministers have been the people who are technically adept in those areas.
They get
too involved.
Too involved.
And that ain't the minister's job.
So the minister's job is just to oversee
Policy.
just policy.
Basically, to manage.
Whatever the policy to get the vision,
manage.
to get the vision from whatever the party's manifesto, whatever it is, and now to communicate that vision to the team that works in there, the technocrats.
And you all deal with that.
Right. So
Don't come in here telling me what to do.
I have heard that, and I ain't call no names, but I've heard that persons in all those ministries who are technical people who are skilled as their minister, people say they ain't that.
Well, I know, but I just thought that would have been the best way.
Let me go back to the first thing
Me
Pastor's
too,
talking
though,
about, though.
I
This
think
thing.
both arguments. It's
See
two
that
arguments.
happening,
Yeah.
But I with Carlo point, like
If you make me minister of wakes, I'll never be upstairs.
you always on the road.
But then you know
I
what?
can be.
But,
I can
but-
be.
all right,
I can be on the second floor. I
do
can be on
you
the first
think-
floor.
You got some mistakes you need to
but
correct.
do you think?
I
But
can be
do
upset.
you think by you being on the second floor and the first floor at the end of your term, you think you're going to be more successful than the person who just
No. That's a dumb.
brings you through?
I ain't
No.
sure, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't think when they have that nomination committee, they say, but get them out from right there.
That's fine. That's fine. However,
Okay, so-
but in the 5 years or the 4 years, I make sure
Y'all
things
move
get
around.
done.
You're right.
Y'all let me address the first point, but let me get to tackle this one. First of all, in some of these ministries, they don't want a Denzel come in there because they didn't got this thing rolling the way they want this roll. And pastor can come in there and fool around with some tough stuff. He gonna follow this whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's the problem now.
That's the major problem.
That's why the person get exposed to it.
Secondly,
Oh, Lord.
what's the reason why what's the qualifications for being next in line? This is like a clan. You got to be true blood. They just go down your family. They want to know where you come from, who your people is, what all you is tied to. Y'all don't understand this thing with getting in line, you know.
But I have no problem with that being a factor. You know,
No, that's one of the major
I have no
factors.
problem with that being a fact. I have no problem when you have your matrix. That one of the things is your loyalty or your track record, your history in the family.
Oh yeah,
In
they
the
want to
family.
know.
I have no problem with that.
Oh, come on now. How much people in there have lineage? How much people in politics right now have lineage from
You'll be surprised.
Boy, you'd be surprised.
What
I
you
know
think?
you're asking, I know.
Boy, plenty, boy.
Sir,
Boy,
you
That's
see
a
the
major
page
factor.
you see the page you're looking at?
You'll be surprised.
That's a spirit of entitlement. You stay right there.
Well, I know this, right?
First of all, my first qualification is who my daddy is. That's the first thing you need to recognize.
Yeah, I understand that point.
You know why I can be Congos? My daddy is a master drummer.
who's Picewell? Who's Picewell? Picewell family is in
Coming in there, cocky.
But see, families now don't just mean MP, you know.
Exactly.
It can mean stalwart.
How long you been on the ground working and putting yarn in the soil?
It can mean, certain stripes
Sorry,
in the party
when
itself.
You put it like that, then okay.
Yeah, so it just means you have some degree of tenure. All right, I ain't seen the comments slowing down online now. I watching that, and I see my views was up, and they going down a little bit.
They
ain't all the way down.
We ain't getting okay yet.
Well, I ain't know till we end the show. Then we find out what the number is. But I going down a little bit. I need y'all to keep on sharing. Let me get a couple more comments in there so they don't get mad and I read the comments. Kino Moore said the election would be very. Did I read this one? Yeah, I did read that one already. Yeah. Melissa Prosper says, "Go green." Go green was strong. You mean to say was strong, or you saying we strong? Because now you saying they was.
I think their leader is a very smart woman, though. I think she's very intelligent.
What I see last election, you can't count no party out. Really?
Including evolution?
I ain't see that last election.
What's the evolution?
I ain't sure. I can be honest. This isn't me being funny, nothing like that. I missed the shift.
What shift?
I remember when it was just natural resources. And then I heard that it shifted to being now talking about running candidates. I missed that transition. Seriously, I missed the transition. I ain't being funny. I'm fucking no fun.
For the evolution?
Yeah.
I missed it.
I don't know. When I say I missed it, meaning that I know one day I was watching it was this. And then I wasn't paying attention. I think I was getting whatever I was doing, getting busy. And when I look again, I heard candidates. And I was like,
evolution get candidate?
And I was supposed to look back at this now and see. Right. So whatever that is, I don't understand because I saw something this weekend saying that Lincoln was going door to door campaigning in Pine. What is something like that?
You running for Pine.
I saw that this weekend. So now I really don't know.
He leave that gun home, the one he's still on the sofa with and talk on Facebook with.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do gun business.
He left it home.
But he is running for.
He's running in Pine.
The Pinewood.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how it shifts that way.
But Pastor,
truly,
the only way to affect change, you could rowl you want with being people.
I don't understand.
The only way to affect change, you got to get into the meat.
This I don't understand. And that's what they're going to say.
Get into the meat.
You can't. Okay, back to what you're saying. If you ain't breaded in that, you can't chase nothing. You could go in and you could win your seat and you could try to change it. If what you believe in, your leader don't believe in, dog eat your lunch.
But what I'm saying is if it's
dog
enough,
eat your lunch.
No, someone says
how much F&M's try change? How much them still there?
You know what's the best thing for this country?
You still don't got to
have a representative on a certain amount of people from every group represented in the House. A balance.
What they should do is
you mean a coalition? And I've won that. A coalition in the House where there's no strong majority.
Exactly. Now, because when you table something, you don't automatically know when that's what you know what we doing. Yo, let's go in the house. Yo, walk by me, walking across the road. You know what we gonna go do. We done put this down. So it didn't even make no sense even tabling nothing because you didn't know what the end result gonna be.
A comment. I mean, let me get two more comments came in. Someone says, Marvin Seymour says, red and gold need to go.
Yeah, where they going?
All right.
Where they going? Where they going?
Alicia Rose says, start talking about politics again live, and the numbers will come right back up.
But where they going though? But you honestly,
let me get this comment here. Somebody, I don't understand this comment here, so that's why I read it to make sure I don't go over it. They says, I ask you three gentlemen what y'all working for. I please qualify that question. I want to make sure I know where you're going before I ask that to the brothers to answer that. When you ask them what they working for, I ain't sure what you're asking. So clarify that because we ain't afraid to answer that. But let me know. Let me understand what you're asking. That's from Eddie Smith. So let me know what you're asking. Then we'll come back at you. Tech support. If any of you my tech support people are listening, I see my producer just stepped up for a second. I see that I'm still freezing, and I don't like how everybody else camera live and mine freezing.
Yeah, it's powerful.
That's very powerful.
Should invite us on the mother show.
Yeah. So,
but Pastor, you honestly think, right? I don't have no horse in the race.
Right.
I vote for the person I think can get the job done in my constituency. Right.
So you vote for the man who's in your area, the man or woman.
Well, I'm voting for him no more. But I said.
But you say him. I know who the him.
But anyway,
I don't know where you live. I was never.
He done drew his on.
I was never invited to his house, so I don't know.
He done drew his on.
Oh my goodness.
You
honestly think
so? I don't know where you live.
So Carlos, let me ask you. You live in a rich area, right? Let me ask you a question. What would your area need? Like, okay, I come in the campaign. See, this I won't get to the nitty gritty for a lot of BMA people. You live in a say everyone knows the same needs. You live in a rich area. What would your area need? I just saying, if I campaign in, what could I
what
sell
is
you?
rich area? That's relevant.
Sir, you live out west.
Listen, man.
I am gonna say you live out west.
Listen,
What your area would need?
because I know anybody never live with best, but continue.
Sir, you live in a good area.
I figured he said he's saying he live close to him too. That's why he's saying
That's
it.
why
Okay.
I know slide over that, right? So
I figured his
ask you,
neighbors.
how do I how can I campaign? Because I cannot stop. I almost say where you live. Woo. I
Listen,
cannot
listen,
stop certain things.
listen,
What can I do to bring
Listen,
your
I say,
vote?
all right, for example,
If
right?
I come to your door, knock on your door.
So,
boom,
for
boom, boom.
example, when it was like my whole thing was the road needed to fix.
Okay.
Right? The road was one of the things that needed to fix.
Right.
The street lights needed to fix
Okay.
on that road. The park in the area needed upscale.
Y'all need a park?
Upgrade. Why we don't need a park?
But y'all have a park where y'all is.
Oh my goodness! You listen. Hold on.
You want me to
Calm
come
down.
in your area and fix your park?
No, I don't talk. I'm not talking. You know what? I ain't do that park.
I only accent.
There are 2 public parks in the constituency in which I vote for. Actually, 3. There's 3 public parks in the constituency in which I vote.
And you looking out for the people in the area.
Yeah. Why not?
I thought all parks should be maintained.
But they're not.
And
They're not.
roads should
They're,
be paved.
they're not. They're not. They're not. The road was just
So
paved.
you only
The
want me to
road-
come in to vote for you. I mean, the represent you.
You
to
actually
fix the
what
parks
you
and the road.
actually what was needed in my constituency.
That's easy.
So I tell you, I'm not saying it's an easy.
easy.
It's not an easy win. That's just some of the things that needed to get done. right?
I can promise Carlo I can fix the park. I promise Carlo I can fix the road.
Oh, that don't mean I can vote for you.
You're right. So you.
In fact, what I can do, I can have that section paved right away.
But you asked what can happen in the constituency.
You know, Tito ain't
But
be.
in
Tito,
the- in the-
I didn't read though.
that's not what we. You just say each constituency is different. What you want me to tell you? We need running water and things like that.
Because, like me and Peter always say, fixing schools, fixing the light, fixing the road is stuff the government's supposed to do. Period.
But they don't do it. They don't.
That is something should come in
So,
and campaign on.
I think both of y'all are right. What Carlos said is that I agree that these are standard, but if you ain't doing that, much less what else the
Come
real
on.
governance. So I see his point. Let me again. I try to stay with my comments. Do you or what Eddie Smith was asking is, do y'all work for free?
No, but I work for whatever I agree to. So if I sign my contract for $100 a week, I can work for $100 a week until I get tired and go somewhere else. I ain't gonna swipe for $200. Eddie Smith.
You know,
That's what it is.
You know Eddie Smith.
No, I don't know. But it's-
Why you calling you around Eddie Smith?
Yeah, because but I am saying, I mean, based
I
on
just want to say, Eddie, I would love to have you as know one of my fans. To build my fan base. Don't go to Carlos' side because Carlos look like he trying to run you.
no, man, because you know what? I probably read too much into that because
I mean, he route Eddie.
based on what we
Eddie,
were
don't
saying,
you ever ask me a question like this.
based on what we were saying earlier. You know what? I apologize if I sounded offensive. I apologize.
Eddie Smith laughing about it. He's
Eddie say, sorry, man.
But what I do, I only ask y'all a question.
But Tito,
A coalition will cause the governing party to sell their ideas to the cabinet. I think the wording is wrong, but more to the House. When a government have a vast majority in the House, there's biases in ruling. Not selling to the cabinet, but selling to the House, not necessarily the cabinet. Latoya McKinney says, what are your general expectations of candidates to be elected in your area? What are your general expectations?
I just think it's all relative, though.
First of all, I always say I don't even go into expectations. I go into what coach you to want to represent me. What have you done?
So you agree with my points then. The point is making.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I just say, what have you done? Like, okay, let me use example. Boroughs.
Tito.
Boroughs
No,
ain't do.
no, no.
Boroughs ain't never
Time
do
out,
no
time
community work.
Time out.
What? I just use it.
Time
I
out.
guess I just
Hold
use
on,
some
hold
boroughs.
on.
It
No,
ain't
no, no,
really real.
Wait.
It ain't real.
We ain't even
It
got
ain't
to go to
real.
Boroughs. Time out. You voted for somebody before, right?
Yeah.
Far as I'm concerned, they had no track record.
Yes, they did.
Why did you vote for who you vote for?
Because of what they did for me.
For you.
Yeah, personally.
It was all personal.
That's what I just tell you. I love me the best. See,
That person was good.
see,
That
don't
person was good.
misunderstand what I'm saying.
That person was good to you.
Yeah, don't misunderstand what I'm saying.
What a time.
But I'm saying to you, everyone want to go ahead and just jump up and say, I running in this. But what have you done to qualify yourself to say you want to represent a whole entire area?
So you just one of them t-shirt guys.
Let me ask this question. Though.
Just one of them t-shirt guys.
Let me go back to something we talked about earlier. We talked about that about the DNA, and we talked about, and I think Orinthia Komalafi, I think she's brilliant.
Smart woman.
Based on what I've heard come out of her mouth, she represents herself very well.
Mhm.
I've not looked at the candidate list she's put out yet. I'm telling you this
Unfortunately, the man.
with every respect, with all respect to Granville McCartney and now her as leader, I have been kind of disappointed with DNA candidates, to be honest.
Straight through.
Meaning that who they've brought to the fore.
Across the board.
And so let me go at this idea of person saying we need to get rid of the yellow, get rid of the red. We need to get rid of them. We tired of them. I don't know if I am totally supporting that notion because it almost lends to the idea that you could just get a key and start the engine of a country and just drive it. Like it's that simple to drive. I don't know if
And that's how it's getting something.
and I'm not saying that because these guys are old or they this and that, they know everything. I'm not saying that. But man, I don't know if I've heard it said, well, you didn't try them, let's try something different. I know I will take the kind of risk.
It ain't that simple.
I would share my experience.
You gotta there's certain things you got. I mean, would you want a pastor that all he knows is John 3:16 and John and Jesus wept? Well, let's give him a chance.
Pastor.
I think there's certain yeah.
I even go on politics.
Go.
I was one of those people not really bash the church and the upper rooms of operation of the church. I was one of them who's always to knock them. And until you get see, a lot of people talk this.
Mhm.
They don't know how this thing is run. And until you get in that chair, you will totally understand. You say a lot of stuff, you have no idea about what really goes on until that thing get dropped on the desk.
Use
You
the
be
mashup
like,
church.
Oh,
Use the mashup church in the barbershop.
oh,
Use
yes.
the mashup church.
Mashup church. Oh, why they don't do this? Oh, they should do that. Oh, and a lot of people do it now. I say, let me tell you something. I was just like you. And I say, hey, until you get there, you'll understand. So don't go the way you think it's go.
All right. So with that said, right?
Uh-huh.
So you do all right. So with that said, we go back to politics.
Right.
So do you think the Bahamian people should give Cuban Minister another shot? Because he was dealt he's dealt a bad hand, the hurricane, then COVID.
That had nothing to do with something now. You changed the corner for you.
I changed it because
that's a dirty move this now.
It's not dirty move.
Sir,
It ain't dirty
let me
move.
see your phone. You just get a text from me.
Because he said, not until you get into the chair that you understand what's going on.
Mhm.
And you saying everybody say thing. I think she's a smart woman.
Right.
I think
Right.
she's smart. I sat in the office during the election, during the process,
Mhm.
and we had a conversation.
Mhm.
Right. My thing is, I don't know what I have any political experience.
Right.
Right. In this country, she have two things working against her, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I ain't saying that this my stance, but in the Bahamas, one, she has no political experience, as far as I'm aware. And unfortunately, to be a leader, a female in this country, I don't think we have grown to that point yet. I don't think all Bahamians have matured to the point to give a female leadership of the country. That's just my opinion.
I got you.
Carlo.
And with that, hold on. And with that said, and that's why Tito say, not till you get into the chair, till you fully grasp what's going on.
Right.
Minister in the chair, you had to deal with Dorian, and I ain't giving him an excuse now.
Right.
That's the last thing I giving him.
Right.
And then he had to deal with the pandemic, a world pandemic. So you think you need to give him another opportunity?
You know what I want? People in the chair, and that's why I like my pastor, and not to put him on blast like that. These guys even fit the myth. I mean, they even scared the myth when they wrong. They wouldn't even say they mess up. They would never stand up there and say, you know what? I mess up here. They would sit there and act as if they got it all together. And that's why they feet is get hold to the fire, because you walk in there with your chest held high and you ain't deliver, because at the end of the day, you thought you had this all together.
So Tito,
And see, like a lot of people, they hold pastors on a high extreme.
so Tito,
They don't know everyone got a struggle.
So let me ask you
So
a
when the
question.
pastor fall, the first thing you say, you smash him up. Because you've been acting like you've been living up here all the time, and you always had this together.
So Tito, let me ask you a question. Me put it bring it home. So just say one day, PPL call you,
Right?
tell you, listen, right, but to cut your light off today, it's 10 o'clock. You know, your children get out of school at 3 o'clock,
Right?
right? And you stress out, and you gotta do that. You gotta do the cut, sure light get cut on. When you go home, you get met to your children that by Jesus, the light almost get cut off today. Or you could keep the same persona, like I am the father, I am the provider, I can make sure my
I can
family
make sure they
straight.
know. I can let them know.
Well, you must
They,
let
they,
them
they need to know it real.
It's a different.
They need to know it real. See,
It's a
and
difference
that's
between
how a lot of
making them-
people get their children in trouble too.
No, man, but see, it is
Because
a
they don't teach
difference
them the real life
between-
lesson.
It's a difference
and they always
between.
think they should have.
Oh no! See,
So
you
then-
go into a different scenario.
No, but
It's a
Carlo,
difference between
it's about
letting them
reality.
understand that, hey, listen, money don't grow on tree, right? That's one thing. But when you All right. Mortgage due on the 28th. The light get cut off on the 28th. School fee due on the 29th. The water getting cut off. All these things you got to do. You need to have $5,000 by 3 o'clock today, and it's 10 o'clock. And some by house, some by somehow, some by hook, some blessing, somehow you're able to find everything you need to make sure your life and your family life continue to go on. After you done flop down in the bed and you thank the Lord for he was able to get you sorted out, you're gonna get him, tell boy, listen, but a day, you get to find $5,000 and make sure the light on and
Which
this
one
one.
of them you want going?
I asking you.
I said, which one of them you want?
No, you're asking us. That's the juice too.
You know, my son asked me for when he gone to food store today. He asked me, Candy. I said, boy, let me tell you something. Candy?
But Tito was my man just doing it all the time though. You must you want Wendy's? No, Daddy ain't buying no Wendy's.
No,
today.
I don't just say it. I let them know why they can't get it. You don't just say it because the children might say, "Oh, I just ain't get it because I don't get it."
Pastor, you understand?
I understand.
Pastor, do you understand? And I raised that point because he say, you don't admit when you're wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't.
Your scenario is scary though, Carlo. Meaning that you are drawing the parallel between a father and his children and the prime minister and the people of the country. Because there are certain things that we don't, and using your scenario, that you don't want to tell your children because they ain't ready to handle it. So you're treating them as though they are children because they are children. Mm-hmm. And you are then taking that scenario now and applying it to the nation. You're telling me to treat the populace, treat the public like they are children.
Not like children.
Because they cannot handle
the truth.
They can handle the truth.
I didn't say lie, though. I didn't say lie, and I didn't say not admit when you go wrong. Right? That's not really what I'm saying.
All right. What you saying?
But all right, so this is what I try next.
If it don't need to come to the forefront, we don't need to put it to the forefront.
If I have a problem, right? Mm-hmm. I somehow came up with a solution. Mm-hmm. Then I have a solution. Now if it gets to the point that, hey, listen, I come home, listen, Tito, Talisa, tonight we have to sleep in the dark because Daddy can't pay the light bill.
Right.
I can't pay today. I promise you tomorrow I'll try to get it sorted out. And that's the conversation you have then because now you don't have no solution for that issue.
Right.
But if I had an issue and I'm able to solve that issue, you don't have to tell you what that issue was.
So what you're saying is that they have solved the issues?
No.
I try to tie the sermon in. But that's how you building a good sermon. I try to tie in the sermon.
But that's how we get ourselves in trouble because you always assume that these children are not wiser than you think. And how they always, the people who up there run the show think we ain't got no sense.
No, Tito.
You think they don't see, but they see, They just don't say.
I think to use Tito's scenario, I don't think it is a matter of exposing this and that and the other, but I think is when the errors are right in front of us and we can see it. Don't tell me this wall in this room is orange. No, I could see that it's blue. We all saw that it's blue.
Exactly.
We saw what gone down. No, we see you sitting next to the brother who signed the paper, and that wasn't him. We saw you see him because he was looking in that direction. Or you say you did not see him. Then tell us that this was we messed up on this one.
That's all.
And I think when we don't need to know every mess up. We don't need to know everyone. The ones you fix, we don't need to know.
Exactly.
But there were some that were just blatant in front of us.
I agree with you. I agree with that. There's certain things that you should have, certain conversations, certain things that should be addressed to the nation. But they don't. Certain things.
I think he was dealt a bad hand. And no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Was he the only one to ever do that? To not expose everything, not be transparent?
But there was. Let's get this example. I didn't even think we get into even a transparency thing. Exactly. I think again, Peter. Back to Tito's point about just being the honest thing. When you tell me today we locking down for 7 days as of tomorrow morning.
Yes. Okay.
You tell me that today.
Yeah. You can't do that.
And then you come back and you fix it. You change your mind. But you never once said, you know what? I messed up. When you came back, you said, it's our fault. Because you always this and you always that and you always moving this. No, don't do that to me now, man. And I think that's Peter's point. That's Tito's point. I call Peter's name. Peter, you watch it? That I think is those kind of things where the negative mask can come. Now, I think we'll be disingenuous if we don't factor into our decision making on Dr. Ibn Bennett the hand that he was dealt.
Yeah.
I think it'll be unfair for us to assess him and leave out the worst storm in over 100 years, and a pandemic that we haven't had in 100 years. This has been a 100-year cycle that he's experienced, all in one term. This thing was horrendous. I honestly, if I was Dr. Jimenez, I would have been one of them. Me and Paisa would walk up together. I'd be like, Paisa, before you go, let me make an announcement too. I am not offered myself for re-election. I ain't doing this. I was not. I was taking that loss. Yeah, I was fooling, but he was a loser. Fine, no problem. Y'all say whatever you say with me. Let me go sleep. I get home, so I go home and go sleep. Because I can't imagine how much sleep that man would have gotten over these last 4 years.
I don't know what confidence he got. Because you hear him talk in the house the other day. He said when he comes back, he's going to focus on
the poor people.
He's speaking confidently like,
yeah,
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he hearing.
Well, he come back, he could probably be bald. Because when he go on here playing here, now he barely have any.
I will share with y'all something off air, but I can't share on there.
Thanks.
I know why. I know why you say that.
So what you vote for DNA?
No, it depends on who my constituency.
We ain't say you vote DNA. He just asked what
I
you.
say it depends on who's my constituency. If it's Kumalafe,
Yeah,
I will vote for Kumalafe.
you vote for her.
If she run in Killarney, I will vote for her.
So do you suggest then we go solely on individual or we go on party?
I think we should go individual. I think we
Has
should
that worked for us?
No.
I don't know if we haven't done it before. You mean like
I think a lot of people have when they got like the good man. That's a good man.
Yeah.
As an MP.
oh yeah.
But has it worked for the nation?
Probably not.
Because we need at least about 10 of them in there.
I know one thing. I
It
know
can't
who
be
is-
1 and 2.
Oh, that's now I'm not saying that's
It can't be 1 or 2 backbenchers.
You ready to talk, yeah?
Pastor may tell me don't come back. I'm not voting for him ever again.
Oh, don't call it him. Don't call
Yeah.
whoever this you vote for again.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put that there.
I'm gonna work that.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you that dog is
I know one thing, boss.
That's fine. You know,
When you go in that
it ain't
booth,
no secret. They done try black
I
boy.
ain't gonna
They
lie.
don't think to me.
Man, we didn't deal with that the last show. That's 8-9 months
Let me
ago,
ask
man.
question.
You gotta forgive man to release that.
how much party says now? You say 12?
I think it's more than that.
You ever go in the booth and see 12 things on the card?
No.
No.
4.
You know how confusing that can be?
Like,
That could be like you and Dell reading
No,
up.
that's not that.
How it goes?
Parties, you know.
I just
There's
saying,
a
what if
big-
you in a particular area?
they have
They
names.
are independent.
But I'm
No,
asking you.
nobody.
I'm saying-
Garfield,
that's
there
what I'm
plenty
trying to tell
parties,
you.
boy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You go
They
in
have
there,
plenty
and the
parties.
card got
Yeah,
like,
all the parties don't have representatives in your constituency. That's why.
no, but you still miss what I'm saying. You won't understand the confusion I'm trying to say.
What
You
confusion?
walk in there, you look at this card. This look like when you playing bingo. You just see a bunch of squares.
You know, in a bad man, you don't man.
Why you think color is so important?
But I
People
mean,
identify with color. Some
I-
people can't necessarily read.
I know
They
one
identify
thing.
with color.
I like
So you see a bingo
I like
card.
Donald Davis. I either yellow or I green.
Wow, this is powerful. This is powerful.
Like an English thing card. An English thing card can have that can look like a bingo card. That can have plenty people on it.
Yeah, but you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, that's dying. Every night in all constituency.
You better hope the thing I'm doing run out of ink and they got to print it.
So
in
what
black
point
and
you
white.
making? The point you making is that when people see all them stuff, they just go, "What do you know that?"
Man, boss, I've been in the booth before. And I was so sure when
We
I
down
said
on that
vote,
much people,
right?
right?
And I had like 4 people in the box. But I go in there knowing I just can hurry check. But I end up
Actually,
going in there and I was like,
the torch, the finger.
What you thinking about?
I know it just
It's easy the torch, the finger, the lighthouse, the conch shell, the starfish.
I ain't gonna lie. And it wasn't a quick in and out. Let me put it like that.
Because you didn't know who you were
What
voting
you
for.
wanted to do?
You just want to make what straight that morning. You had
I ain't gonna lie. One time I went to vote and I was going. I said, "Man, I know what I can do, man." And I go on there and then I meet the candidate while I was walking in. Bishop, what's up, man? I say, "Oh man."
I ain't saying that big.
I saw
ain't
them
saying
and
that
they
big,
was, I ain't gonna lie. When that person hit me, I was like, "What you said? What I can do, Lord?"
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
They say Bishop going red.
Let me show you how good they are. We never know these, right? The person who running for these. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? I see you long had a family, had a wife, had the kids, right? I see you sensitive, but you ain't never, ever been to my house.
It's showtime, boy.
Never, ever been to my
Oh,
house.
showtime.
It's
we-
showtime.
You don't know who I is?
That's all right.
I hope you do the right thing when you go in the box. Yeah, you do the right thing.
Nita Mo say, listening to this conversation, oh wow, that's strong. I think we keep getting the government we deserve. Wow. I'm gonna try to figure if you throwing shit at us. You throwing shit at us.
You speaking the truth.
Dominic says this: we don't need no more senior citizens running the country.
Wow.
We need young, innovative thinkers to lead the country. Our country is in a geriatric state because of the leaders we choose to run it.
Okay, so who's going to give these young folks the opportunity? Because the first thing they say, just like what I said a few moments ago, it's nothing strange. I'm not the only person that said that Arenthia Kumalafe has no political experience.
Well, I wouldn't say that,
Right.
right? They say she affiliated with
She was, right?
Right.
However, but that's
So-
my point.
What's your affiliate? I don't know.
the gold body.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know much about the
They
background.
say she has family ties to that gold body.
Oh,
They
okay, I didn't know that.
very
Okay.
affiliated with that.
Since you don't go there.
Okay.
Anyway, we ain't going there.
Okay.
It's like, ah.
No, I know. I mean,
No.
I mean, that's like honestly, for me,
So-
if you were in a, let's say you were a torchbearer or a young liberal or whatever the case is somewhere and you do something else, that counts for something.
Right.
Because at least you know something
Know something.
about
All right,
the
so-
system.
So
So
based on water in the world conversation, she was supposed to run for the PLP in Kalani, but she was snubbed. Hypothetically, I mean,
Okay.
allegedly,
Allegedly. Right.
allegedly, she was
Based
supposed
on the water and oil.
right based on the water and oil, she was supposed to run for the PLP in Kalani, but it didn't work out, and hence she ended up with the Green Party. I don't know how true it is, how true it's not.
Right.
That's the story.
That's water and oil talk.
But right, going back to the
Is water and oil close to talk close to barbershop talk? Because none of them can be trusted.
Boy, pass I ain't gonna lie,
boy, they far off.
Some heavy hitters in there. I think some prominent people saying around some water and oil now.
So the water and oil more accurate than the barbershop?
Boy, the water and oil heavy. It depends on what water and oil you go to.
You go to the right one.
You go to the right water and oil, you might get the sauce.
Okay, go ahead now.
But going back to Dominic's point, and he said the young people.
Yeah.
Behemens. I apologize if I offend anyway, but behemens are sometimes we are so blinded that we don't want to even do that. Like we just we want to give it to the old people, but I'm trying to give this young boy straight from college no blind. Yeah, he used to be a torchbearer, but that's about it. I think he ready for the limelight.
You know,
Do you
right?
disagree with
That's a bit of hating too.
No, I don't disagree with it because somebody got to start from somewhere, babe. Somebody got to give somebody a shake.
But where start though? You say you got to start from somewhere.
So if you
I
grooming,
know
if you
if
grooming,
somewhere,
all right,
I don't
if-
know if somewhere
If you grooming
is the
torch
House
bearers,
of Assembly for
You
your
know,
start.
I didn't hear that.
I don't know if the place for your start is the House of Assembly. I can be
Okay.
honest.
Probably-
Personally, for me,
probably the Senate.
I don't know. You work in the party,
But I mean, if we
work in
don't,
the community.
if we don't put in
Let
your,
me see what you can do in here.
Yeah, have some.
if we don't put in your time as a young liberal or a torchbearer,
Okay.
you've been around the party and all these other things like that,
And I want to see some community work.
and you come up, just say you come up, let's say you live Carmichael Road, and you've been a young liberal and you've been a chairman for the young liberals or whatever the position is of that Carmichael Road office
Mhm.
from you was 18. Every time you come home, every time election come, you go to college election come, you home. Every time they campaign, anybody who campaign, you on the road. Everybody know you just as much as they know the candidate.
Okay.
You've been through 4 or 5, 6 Carmichael Road candidates from the age of 16 to 35. Is it time to give you a blind now?
No, because that's party. That's campaigning. Nine
You
governance.
still ain't put in work.
Nine governance.
So
So we don't about governing a
So-
country. I need
so-
to see some.
all right, so
I need to see
I
some
agree.
level of
So I asked,
accomplishment.
that's a question. So where do we find the young people that have governance experience?
I think when you see at what they would have produced in different areas, because governance, in minutes, you got to know Robert's Rule of Order, you got to know all these history books, but some degree of leadership. Number one, I need to see some. Where's this leadership been? What is the ability to think? How you process things? How you handle pressure? I
Very
mean,
key.
I need listen.
Very
Some
key.
of my brothers said, Ambassador Devon, Pastor Devon. He said this. He says we should never vote anyone in the political office if we don't know that they have someone they're accountable to.
Mm.
To me, that was so big right there. There need to be someone who I know has
Mhm.
that you would listen to, that you're accountable to. If you are rogue and you have nobody accountable, you have no voice, no authority, no one. I know, but no authority in the party. I don't, but some spiritual
That's
advisor,
powerful.
some person who can speak sense to you, and you will line up to them. That person who don't have that person, they don't need to be in politics.
Facts.
They don't need to be in leadership.
So how much of the people in politics you didn't get the people? Now?
Here's the problem. Herein lies the problem.
Therein lies the problem. But I think it goes back to your earlier point too, though, Pastor. Like, you have to make the job attractive. if I have all these qualities,
Yeah.
I leaving my family to come make 70,000, put up with y'all,
Right.
and I'm making 150 over here.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
ain't doing that.
That's been my point.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. That's
So basically, Dominic, we can't get no young people in. You get stuck with
well,
old people.
no, I just don't. I just when that geriatric comment. That's another. The flip side of that is, I think we'll be careful linking innovation to age. Innovation and creativity does not have an age limit.
It don't have an age limit.
I think we have to be careful with that.
It doesn't.
But
It doesn't. But the people that we have now, who any innovation.
If you think about young leaders in the Bible, I can throw that at you all. Give me names of like, and I hopefully based on your Sunday school lessons, this name will come up in the top 5. I know if it's church, I know who would be in the top 3. But if you think about a young, strong leader in the Bible, change in generational change, young person coming on the scene, give me a name.
Also, you shouldn't do that.
Just whatever comes to your mind.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
Listen to what I about.
Lion and
Say what you say.
I agree.
The one who had to take over from Moses.
I so perfect. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
I was saying at least one. You always say that one. The boy who took over from Moses, right?
His name is Pastor. So
Joshua.
Joshua.
Who took over from Moses.
Daddy'll be proud.
Yeah, your daddy be proud of you. That's good. Good job,
I don't
Garfield.
feel bad.
Here is
See,
the
I
question.
ain't about big.
He is considered the next generational leader. Man, I want to cover this, but anyway, you got to go. No, you go ahead, come back.
Yeah, I want you message.
He is considered that next generational leader. The next generation. This like youth on the scene because old man Moses gone. How old was he when he took over?
I can't answer that one.
I promise you, most people in the church can't answer that because we don't think about it. We always see Joshua as one dude around but 25, 24, 25, 30, this young millennial dude. Joshua fought with Moses in that first battle. And it is proven that Joshua was somewhere around when he was fighting and leading that battle. Remember, he fought a battle early on in Moses' tenure. He was about 21. How long did they wander in the wilderness? 40 years.
So 61.
He was an understudy for 61 years.
So the dude who we keep on celebrating as this young, vibrant leader,
He was old.
the dude was 61. We even call it the Joshua generation.
But he was understudying for 61
And
years.
but this
Call it everybody talk about the Joshua generation, that next generation, the Joshua. This dude was over 60 when he took over leadership.
But this is my uncle have these conversations sometimes. Like you don't have no turnover. Like you can't. Okay, right now, if Mr. Davis and Mr. Minnis was to say, you know what, gentlemen, we done. We walk away from this.
Who grabbed the
Right now,
Okay, grab
you
the
could
mantle.
say this man line up for that in the 2 parties.
I can't.
They have no understudy where you could be like, okay, he grooming this fella, like this fella, like
We talked about this a couple of months ago. They don't ever groom nobody because they don't want to lose that power.
but Carlo, the power, you can lose it either.
They ain't gonna lose it. Somebody have to take that from them. Carlo, let me ask you.
They died like might as well say they died with the baton in their hand.
Carlo, let me ask you a
You get
question.
pride of their
Listen now,
poor victims.
if Perry didn't lose, he's can still have power. That's why he didn't
Let
want.
me ask you a question.
There's no listen to me. When you in a position of that much power, bro,
No, and I agree.
I ain't treating nobody to come, not even my son, to replace
So let me
me.
ask you a question.
But
How long your boy was waiting on the line? Ooh, I want to show you the chain of fact. How long Brave was waiting on the line?
long.
You think when he get it, just can get up?
No, I say give it up.
No, I just asked. I was saying. I will show you why you saying the old people don't want to drink. As far as they're concerned, they just reached. They
Yeah, but I
threatened.
don't
They've been there waiting.
Waiting
Now
for they know it.
Now is my time,
Listen to me. I don't want you.
and
give
I
it up.
old.
I
See,
don't
I
want
old.
you- I don't
Because
want
guess
you
what?
give it up.
If our boy win, he old. That's what you consider old. Jesus, look at Biden. But that's what I'm trying to show you. Biden old.
Old.
He look old. So my question is to you, y'all,
Hey, I didn't know
the
you
young,
got one, though.
the young fella saying, old fella's back on the side. The old fella saying, young buck, I've been waiting.
You rush to get here. You ain't put in your time.
And then on the flip side, there are a lot. Now I don't know how much it applies in politics, but I know in church. What I know from in church is a lot. And I'm a young man. I was a bishop as a young boy. I got bishop very young at 30. And all this people say, you know what, whatever.
People mad.
But, people mad, whatever the case is. But the problem is that one of the things about the young generation is that they didn't want to serve either.
No.
They don't want to serve.
They want to jump the line.
They want their academic accomplishment to cause them to get the top seat. Yeah. And we gotta add that part to the equation. That a lot of the younger generation, and I am young, all of us in this room are young. I don't think nobody in this room over 45.
No. Tito young though?
Yes.
Yeah,
now if our friend was here.
Tito boy, you look bad.
Yeah, we can say that 45. Nobody in here is over 45. This room is under 40. Actually, Tito's young, is the oldest man in this room. Tito's the oldest man in this room.
I told my wife yesterday, I say my boy, they come up, I can be 43. COVID did me. COVID threw me in a loop. I didn't celebrate 43, so I don't count it. So I tell her technically, this year I can be 43. You can't count 43. I didn't celebrate it.
So don't count all the accolades and everything. Don't count all the accolades and everything you accomplished.
I'm doing what NCAA did. I'm resetting. It doesn't count.
So you 43? You 43 again this year?
Yes, sir.
So
don't count. All right, y'all can count.
So the point, the thing, so this idea of serving. So we're not anti-young leadership, but I think they gotta be. Get
on the ground.
You gotta have some degree of service.
It's the same thing though. They have to afford you the opportunity though. That's all it is.
I agree.
So that's you have
Who have to afford you the opportunity?
So what, folks?
No. See, some young folks who they don't show no initiative.
No, man.
You got no. Carlo, if I want to free time,
hold on.
I want to
Hold on, Garfield. Hold on, Tito. Like Pastor say, right? You have them set who go to college, but in like 6 years or 5 years and come back with a doctorate in the MBA and then skip the line. Then you have them set who just hardcore for the country, for the community, who have associates and work their way every day to get better and don't get afforded the opportunities to do certain things. So yes, you might have those that who entitled, but you might still have those ones who ain't getting a shot, neither. Because of the same thing you say earlier, you ain't get no name, your mommy ain't nobody, your daddy mix, and all these other things going on.
You mix right up,
and you won't get no shot.
I agree.
So the popular names, they getting a shot. Yeah, they see him entitled, but they can still get the shot.
Yeah, they can get the shot. You don't like, they can get the shot.
Yeah, so you have people who that's legit, love their country and want to see better for their community or their constituency, who would not get a fair shake, but would not get the opportunity to put in the work, to put in the service, to get where they gotta be. And if they do put in the work and put in the service, and then you get Garfield's son, and Garfield is a staunch PLP, and little Burroughs been to school, and he come back. Listen,
yeah, that's automatic.
All right, then. So it's once again to my favorite. It's a double-edged sword. Like everybody can't win.
I like getting old, but I ain't got to fight me no more. I finally understand what they're saying, but let's go, Garfield, son. Keep this in the
So round the table. You asked us earlier. What would you scale of 1 to 10? What would you grade this government at this point? Let's go around the table.
1 to 10.
10 being they did looking at everything, they did an amazing job.
An amazing job?
Yeah.
10 is amazing.
10 is amazing. I ain't let you give him 0. So again, 1 saying 0, 10 saying 1 to 10. one gauge.
So one
nine odd for me.
That's including, taking into consideration the hand they is dealt.
Yeah, all that. All of that. And I don't want to do a scenario if whether the PLP would have done better, whether Bravery done better, whether Perry, if he'd won. But just look at them. We're looking solely at the Dr. Hubert Minnis-led government of the Bahamas. How would you grade them?
You can go
1 to 10.
I could go.
You can go.
I think a 3.
You give them a 3.
Yeah.
Wow. Would you give them
6.5?
6.5.
Closer to 7.
Give me your reasons. I can go back to him. I think he go on 3 because he just mad.
So you got
he just sour.
That's probably the case, but anyway.
You got to look at the hand he was dealt.
Right.
So he was dealt the rough hand.
Right.
And then I ain't speaking to Dorian because I ain't been in Dorian. People upset about Dorian. Some people say he did some things for them. So you have mixed emotions on that. But
Mm-hmm.
I just speaking in this COVID atmosphere, you ain't really do that bad. Like, I mean, if you judge with other some things he could have done, like with the lockdowns.
Right.
The lockdowns, I think he was a bit harsh, but I think he just was trying to get his point across.
Mhm.
But I think he could have been a little bit more humble and be like, you know what, I understand. Because you can't tell me you shutting down on Friday on a Thursday.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
You should. You
shouldn't.
should. Not you can. You shouldn't.
Right.
You know. So I feel like he didn't. Okay. Even look. I look now. Okay. He had us locked down for a few times, like full lockdown. Barbados is in that mode now, and people are applauding the prime minister. Oh, she's looking out for her citizens and she doing the best job she could do. When our prime minister was months ahead of her.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And our numbers climb, and then our numbers just level off. So I give him a 6.5, closer to 7, not closer to 6. I do.
Okay, when you explain that, I give him a 4. But listen, this is my thing, right?
You skip, you want to go back.
No, because he said he gonna give my reason. I give him a 4 because regardless of it all, I think a lot of things weren't planned, weren't properly executed.
Mhm.
A lot of things happened on a whim. It was not. I don't think it was a lot of communication about a lot of stuff. The right type of communication. I think they were more reactive than proactive. Now, some things you can't control based on based on whatever the situation was. But some things I think you could have been a bit more proactive. The whole government party should have been a bit more proactive on. So this ain't about just minutes. This is about everybody. And that's what it is. I think there's more reactive than proactive. They wasn't organized, in my opinion.
Some things weren't. I agree with that.
And then I think the way that they went about, the way they treat certain government workers, as far as back to the communication aspect of it, I think it gotta get better, not to get a sloppy and as nasty as it did. And that's why I say what I say.
Okay.
What you give him?
5.
5. Go ahead. Why 5?
Because
5 close to 4, 5 close to 6, or just 5.
5. And he ain't close to none. He ain't getting up or no.
That's sitting smack at 5.
Because a lot of information he got that he was aware about, I just think the way he handled it, it was like he was scared to attack it. So he kind of like hold off and kind of like drift to see how it would work out. And if it worked out good, he would ride the wave. And if it was bad, he would pull back and shut it down. There's a lot of stuff he could have handled different ways and get people to do certain different things, but he was unsure about everything. But he still was still the bad on. But he wasn't, even with the storm, it was some stuff that he could have do to help, and there's some stuff he could have do to kind of like even now, like the storm is gone, but for some people the storm's still there. Have you been to Freeport? I've been to Freeport last year. Before I think the lockdown. People get hit a double whammy. So it's like some stuff like you ain't dealt with. You just let it slide on. You move on to the next, and you want to handle that, and then you get here and you weren't sure about this. And with the lockdowns, you allowing this one to operate, that one not to operate. You say you taking data advice, but you weren't sitting everybody in one room and having that conversation. It's like a lot of stuff he could have done, but he didn't do it because he's like drifting and he unsure. Like Carlos say, some stuff he could have planned ahead. He reacted to some things. Some things he actually caught in time and still dropped the ball on it when he did get it. It's like a bunch of different things going on. And then everything, and his hand started to crumble. He started to lose his own members. They don't have faith in him no more. If you have something in control and you actually holding the ball in your hand, the people that sit behind you, they look like they don't support you no more.
Is it possible for him to have gotten a 10 in this scenario?
No, he could not get a 10.
What scenario?
He could not get
No.
a 10.
This term?
No.
He couldn't get
No.
a 10.
A
No.
10.
No.
No, I'm saying.
No, he's saying
Is 10 possible?
right.
No.
Could 10 be
It was
expected?
a booby trap from the get-go.
So what's
If
what's the most he could have gotten, y'all think?
The most he could have gotten was a 7.5.
No. I think he could have gotten.
based on.
I think he could have gotten.
on
a 8.
Garfield, he really
I think he
was
could have
there.
gotten an
He
8 or
could have
8.5.
He had to been a genius.
No.
He had to been a genius.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah, he could have got an 8. He could have gotten 8.
Yes.
Boy, 8 tough.
He could. The only thing the thing is, he could not have predicted the pandemic. He could not have predicted the outcome of the storm. However, he could have probably prepared a little bit better than he did. Like I say, he could have been proactive rather than reactive in certain cases. I just being real.
Gallo,
And then
dude can catch his pants down,
and then-
literally with a storm.
that's
So you
hold on.
So that's what we saying.
Before this dude could pull his pants up and run to the front door and lock it. Pastor, the man was in
Yeah.
the bathroom with a gun on him.
But
Yeah, but that's what they saying to you.
But you want to be finished. And
But
then,
you trying to give him a, so that's what I'm saying.
Then
You
he
have to
can
look
get
at all, but you
And
have to
then-
look at all of this.
It's a booby
But
trap.
someone
all
comment
of
on
it.
you though, Garfield. They
It's
said
a
Garfield.
booby trap.
They said in order to give him a grade, you have to look at the full term because you said you focus your grade on the pandemic.
No.
You say that now.
Okay,
the person,
sorry.
the person said
Sorry.
you have to look at the full term and
term.
not just the 2020 pandemic. Let me ask this. I see one person voted online. The rest of you online, please let me know. Let me know what your grade is on 1 to 10. I get Leslie Beckle said she gave him a 6. Anybody else on all you listeners online, let me know what y'all saying, what y'all feel.
The
If
way
you
we-
want to call in, you can call in. The number to call is 828-3543. Send a text.
going to Tito's point, and the way that is, his party started to get into all these little shambles and all these little situations. All this is a look on his
It is.
leadership.
It is.
Just dang, when you leading something and you lead and it crumble and it fall, it ain't ever the person fall, no, it's the leader fall.
Well, that's the rule. When you win
So-
as the coach,
right. So
you are celebrated.
right.
When you lose, it's your fault.
So think about it as like these.
You got a man up.
See, and what made it worse is a lot of these things, the things that is what he, if I'm not mistaken, he campaigned against. We're not gonna do this.
And he-
Nobody,
and he-
nobody in my party is gonna do
And he
that.
ended up doing all
And
that.
all these other things, and the same thing you say you wasn't gonna do, or you was gonna not let happen under your watch. It happened
They
under your
talk bad
watch.
but sidewalk. I see some sidewalks so big, it's bigger than the road.
Man, they take up sidewalk and put sidewalk down. I never seen that in my life. If you go by East by the clinic,
can we blame the Minnesota government for that?
for what, the sidewalk?
Yes.
Pastor,
For digging up one and building another one.
Pastor, let me tell you something.
So what
You was run our church. If you see Tito doing something, you be like,
hold on, Pastor.
get that man in my office.
Let me
Is that what he doing? That's a
case-
bunch of foolishness.
Case in point.
Get at me now.
East Street
I think
South.
y'all saw the nickel and dime.
East Street South, right?
Be
East
honest.
Street South. By the front of the clinic.
You know Garfield voting.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
If the sidewalk bigger than the road, you nickel and diamond.
But not even that. You have a sidewalk right next to the wall by the post office
Correct.
and the clinic. Where it's supposed to be. It's not too close to the road.
Correct.
And the children can feel free to walk in comfortably. If something happened, the car got to swerve all the way off. So they decided to break that one up and put one closer to the road.
Correct.
Who's supposed to blame for that? Who signed the contract?
No, I gotta blame Ministry Works for that.
Yeah, Ministry Works come and do.
Not under him.
The government.
I
It's
can't-
the Ministry
I-
of Works.
Sir,
I don't know if I
I-
can put that.
Hold on, let me tell you
Hold
why.
on,
Pastor,
hold
he
on.
did not take a post, so he could oversee all the posts.
Listen to me, boy.
No,
Let's
but
not be
he
distracted.
also said
You can't. I
He
can't
also
put the
said it,
placement
and I
of the
blame him.
sidewalk on the government.
No,
Yeah, no.
but you were
no.
Ministry
No,
of
in the
Ministry.
government, I can't-
Hold on. Let me finish.
When my
Hold on.
chief engineer and
Ministry
my
of
engineer
Works.
tell me this sidewalk in the wrong place based on this curve and this and that, it should be here. How I can tell them no? And they my chief engineers
And
my
then we supposed to read in the
technocrats.
paper on Monday morning, chief engineer for sidewalks fired.
The chief engineer say that's best. He say based on the drain.
Based-
And I know this now.
Based on what?
I ain't.
You just this allegedly.
This
I
allegedly.
know one name. That's you. You know what? Let's what's this Garfield?
Chief engineer.
Hey, hold on. You like put people on the spot.
There's a
Watch this.
politician. No, there's a
Watch this.
politician.
Watch this, Garfield.
Excuse.
In your professional opinion,
You can't nail him.
do you believe
You got
that the
it.
removal from the sidewalk close to the wall and placing it closer to the road
He ain't answer that.
was the right move?
I would need to see the report study. I would need to see the numbers
I know where I was
and
going.
what they.
This is not the first time.
I would
Because
need
you
to
were
see
trying
it.
to do that about too.
I-
He said I would need to see.
I could need to see the report. Let me see the
and
documents before I can speak to that.
He told you that. I know
Hey.
where I was going.
Boss is so petty.
Well,
I would need to see the documents.
Let me tell you why
And then
people
they
say
take up the old sidewalk, but new sidewalk down.
in the
They really
barbershop,
gotta
people
stop.
says in the middle of the pandemic, people starving, people hurting. Is sidewalk important? right now.
It is important. You know why? Because the people who doing the sidewalk getting paid, so now they can feed their
Yeah,
family.
I had no problem. I had no problem.
No, but is it important right now?
I had no problem with it
It's-
being done.
It's
Because
right now?
yeah,
you're
because you need
providing
because
jobs.
you need to stimulate capital works.
Right. You provide
So the
jobs.
idea was capital works. So honestly, I heard the comments on that. I had no problem with that.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
Awesome.
I mean, that's
It was
that's it.
stimulating.
I
All the
all
things
know.
you could do.
We all know.
Sidewalk right now.
We all-
where you can
But
stimulate.
we all know what the purpose of that was.
But we can't. Okay, we may not be able to take the money now to build a new whatever, build a new this. But you know what? We have certain things we wanted to do. Sidewalks is one of them. Listen, let's chip this off. This may be $1.5 million. Let's get this $1.5 million, 1.5 million, and let's spread this out
Yeah.
and get these fellas them working.
So that's
That's
what I got.
so
So
I
that
have-
was. I
the
think that was the
sidewalk.
purpose.
There's a lot of things you could do.
Like what? What that?
The sidewalk.
Yeah, but like Master say now, don't forget now. We have a list of things that
Right.
we need to do. There's
Right.
a list of things that has to get done. This COVID done hit us now.
Right.
So we need to get some things
Roll it.
rolling.
So the money can
So
get
listen,
rolling out.
So I only have $10 million. I could even let go. The sidewalk costs $1.5 million. So we could get some capital going here. This other thing cost. I can't hit something would gonna cost me
$100 million.
So
$15
let me go
or
back to my
$100
first
million.
original point. This I'll always nail it to the cross.
Go ahead.
You are one of the people who marched up the PLP for doing sidewalk. Then you should come back and explain to the people, for some people who might don't understand, why you doing sidewalk in the middle of the pandemic,
I agree.
the epidemic. Why you doing that's
It's
a
an
joke
epidemic
again.
too.
the pandemic, the epidemic going on right now. Why you doing sidewalk picking in my car? Explain that to the people.
I think there needs to be that kind of political accountability
Don't just do
that don't exist.
Yeah.
Because if you tear it down, then you gotta say now, you know what? I said this then, and that's why I say when you sit in that chair, that crown heavy in that chair,
Yeah.
you know.
No,
and
but
you
I disagree with that, Tino.
But that's. But that. I guess.
I had a text here that I didn't get earlier. I didn't realize that. I apologize. Text. Someone texted us about an hour and a half ago, and I didn't get this. Good day, gents. If the people say they don't want you to represent them, I think the people should pick who they want. I'm an Andros resident. Picewell jumped the gun too quick. He knew the people don't want him, so he wanted his way. It's the people way, not his. He worked for us, not we work for him. That's somebody from Andros who texted the text line. I missed that earlier. Wow, that's strong.
All right, bye. So it was nice seeing you, buddy.
That's from somebody from back address.
Chloe, 93, you can send your resume. Yeah, see, you iron? Got iron?
You can't draw a crowd in hundreds. You can't do no.
Oh, you know, he's the radio place. That's the thing. You go back on the radio. You know, by
That's
listening.
your thing.
That's another point.
Let me get some comments here online.
Pastor like run off, boy, like break off on an break off on
Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
Picewell know what was coming, so I get no.
What his nickname was on the radio again? What it was, man.
I know we on Glory. Hometown boy. Let's get some scores. All right, Legends at 6. Ricardo Roberts says you have to look at the. Okay, I read that one. Sandra says he was thinking as a doctor, prevention. He had no let me think about it days. It was an immediate reaction needed.
For what?
Talking about the pandemic, I guess. Latoya McKinney says, in what specific ways could he have been proactive, Carlo?
That's what you can read all the comments, then ask me that. You'll be answering that.
Well, I just get out of the list. Let me go. Let me keep on going. Edison Kelly gives him a 7. Gives the government a 7. Wow. But we as a nation got so much international support after the storm to rebuild Abaco and Grand Bahama, but we still hurting because of red tape.
Red tape?
But the fellas said they had
Anyway.
the plywood.
Red tape or GP?
They had the white. They had the
Red tape or
plywood
GP?
and the sheetrock in the bush. Stock up. I used to watch.
I heard a lot of things got thrown away. A lot of things still pile up. I heard some things like that. I don't know, but I heard that. He had no reference. This was 100 years return disaster. I give him 8.
Ooh, what is man?
What?
She's a menace.
Whoa, Sandra gave him an 8.
What?
Sandra, that's a lot.
She ain't playing.
Listen.
So what she get?
So that means
So she get business.
listen to me.
That means he did
So-
absolute
So
everything right.
back to the question,
He
what
do
he say,
everything
right?
right.
So I think Carlo was the one who asked it. Say, if election call right now, people so sure that golden. All right, don't sleep, don't not sleep.
So you feel as if he deserves another shot because of what he going through.
Let me read the rest of the comments before they answer that question. He warned, we're about to end in a second. He warned people about the storm. He cried and begged for them to evacuate. He also tried to control the population during the pandemic. Since we do not have the medical capacity to manage an outbreak, Compared to his international colleagues, he was slightly ahead. Which percentage of his governance can we put on the lack of understanding from the people?
You know what? I ain't giving her
But
that.
you
No,
see,
no,
see,
but-
but hold on. See,
Let me get this. You get remember. Just remember your comments so I can get them in
Okay.
quick. Those were promises. That is commitments. A few months later, the world was experiencing a pandemic. At that point, every country for themselves. Okay, I see the point he's making there. Last comment here. Then I can let Carlo make your point. Let me get this here. I am not talking about the telethon. I'm speaking about the truckloads that were sent. I'm sure you saw the WhatsApps of all the donations, all of the food that was sent and rotted. Also the British ships of engineers that came a few days afterwards that couldn't use. Okay, I think the rest of the comment got cut off. That couldn't use something he's saying.
but your question wasn't based on just the pandemic.
No, just on total governance.
It was total governance, and my numbers is based on total government.
But bro, you dropped the ball on organics. The
Yeah,
very thing that you
So if we,
the nurse,
all right,
the
so,
nurse is
right,
saying-
so I gotta say, if you take
if I
away,
become prime minister,
Hold on,
the
Tito.
one thing to rule is the barbers.
if you
The barbers can be straight. Here, cut get them $50 across the board. I ain't even playing with that. Call me whatever you want. God, just know, listen, there's a barber who's now prime minister. Here comes $50 no like that's a business. The one thing supposed to be straight.
Yeah, but
is
that
the
don't,
area.
that don't,
No,
no,
no one.
that don't
No one.
never,
So,
that
listen,
don't never.
Use a
Listen,
custom officer.
listen.
Let me ask you a
And
question.
that's why I can tell
And let me
you-
ask you a question.
and that's why I
And
can
you
tell
become
you
prime
it
minister.
doesn't
You don't think you can
happen.
raise your pay?
No,
You can raise your pay?
I mean, I will.
Oh.
But listen,
Oh.
but listen what I
I'm
said.
saying,
But Tito, and
Tito,
to the
that don't
lady,
happen,
and to
no.
the lady's point, right? My numbers was me taking in consideration the pandemic and the hurricane. Without those, I don't do a good job. I don't think they did a good job. And this is why I'm gonna say that. You have a minister of tourism who never know what to say, who never know what's going on.
No, he's doing everything other than his
Right?
job.
Then you have a minister of education.
He's
in
doing
my
everything other than his job.
You have a minister of education, in my opinion, that who was so and spoke so pleasantly before he was in power, before he was at the position. He had plenty of ideas, a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things still ain't get done. After the whole pandemic, the school still ain't fixed. Then you get nurses walking out because they ain't getting paid. You get the minister of health, you have them hiring foreign doctors instead of giving Bahamian doctors opportunity or fair shake. Then you get all these other things going on. All these other things going on.
Immigration.
All these things going on.
Prison
So,
officers.
in my opinion, they gotta do better. They wasn't what they, and they campaign every day. Every time when I come on the stage, they've been to every rally. I've been to every rally. Transparency. And they are not transparent. They don't communicate. They haven't communicated. And if they do, it's after the fact or right before something happened. So everything I say have nothing to do with the pandemic or the hurricane. That's the only reason he get a 4. If it wasn't for them, and he did, and the things that we made the same, he probably would have get a 0.
Wow.
In my opinion.
It started 1.
Well, let that one then.
My God.
That's powerful.
I mean,
So the 4 was for the pandemic.
Yeah, you get a blight. You get a blight. They get a blight
Wow.
because they didn't get an opportunity to do all these things that you're supposed to do. So I get them a
mean,
blight.
technically, he ain't
But
got
come
no
on,
plan.
come
I mean,
on,
he
think
promises
about it
nothing.
though.
He only promises transparency. I'll say,
Come on, man. Are you
They had a
kidding?
manifesto back.
Yeah.
all right, Pastor. I know you read more than me.
Then they get the whole thing with the
Pastor.
whole signing of the thing.
Pastor, you got
That was
good
another
memory.
thing. All these things
Pastor,
going
want to
on.
answer me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pastor, give me one thing. What was in there?
They
What's one?
had, they had a manifesto.
What was in it, the Pastor?
Google it right on the internet. Google it.
Yeah.
What did he say? Transparency.
They have a whole thing with you, and I don't think they stick to everything. I don't. That's my opinion. Hey, listen, Dominic, I may be totally wrong, or that's who said that.
Yeah, I think it's Dominic. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can be
Dominic.
totally wrong. I can be
Yeah.
totally right, but that is my opinion.
I think there's several things I think that we could pick on. I think when you look at the whole pandemic, one of my challenges with the pandemic is not the calls that were made. I just feel like there was no inspiration. There was no hope given. There was no, to me, it was like we was in the classroom getting beat by our teacher.
No church.
We was not being taught, we were not being treated like adults. I didn't like that. I like that feeling where the prime minister got up there to talk and the nation's scared.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, but you gotta scare. When
I-
you see you gotta talk.
I
you want
don't.
scared.
I didn't like that. There was, to me, I'm starting to see now the little clips now where there's a little bit of hope being like I don't want to say hope, inspiration. like being inspired, man. And that to me, that wasn't evident, and that was a struggle for me. In many instances. There are a couple.
That's a good one, Pastor.
Yeah,
I like Daddy saying,
What the fella
boy,
say?
Daddy say he want to talk to you when you get home.
and you
Jesus,
like, Lord, what I do?
I do not.
And when you get home, Daddy say, good job. There are a couple of things I could pick on from the things I think like I didn't like. One is I didn't like. Say what y'all could throw rock at me. I didn't like when the plastic ban happened. The plastic ban happened right in the wake of Dorian. I felt as though like, man, I know you wouldn't do the plastic ban. I know you wouldn't do that because now we got to go buy these little bags. Man, give me a little reprieve, man. I know you wouldn't do it. You want to accomplish this, but the amount of plastics we putting in the atmosphere, we ain't changing the temperature of the heat.
Yeah.
Give me 1, 2, 3 years. Let me catch myself. I think some things were done to say we did this.
Right.
And I didn't like that. There are some things that were done almost to say we did this. I didn't like some of those things. But after all that, I don't know if I could sit here or if any of you can sit here to say, boy, if the PLP win, they do so much better.
No, I didn't say that.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I didn't even ask us to grade them against anybody, because I think we'd be delusional. I don't know if and I know some people get upset with this. I don't know if a non-doctor would have taken us better through the pandemic. I think if only one thing the Lord had him there for
We'd have been amazing.
was to get us through the pandemic.
Yeah, we'd not heard.
Because the hard calls.
We'd have been second.
See, the truth of the matter is, a doctor tells you have cancer, babe.
Yeah.
Doctor tells you, listen, we could do all we do to make you comfortable, but we don't see you making Christmas.
Right.
A lawyer tells you, but let me work on this. Let me see something. I think I could find. I could wait. Let me go in my library and look at some things. I think I can find something.
Let me go pray for you. Let me see if we can break up for you.
Right. See, I so from the standpoint of some of the calls that were made, I was one of them who was the only issues I had was some things that was done relative to the church. But when it comes to the hard calls that were made, I had no major issue from that standpoint.
So what's your grade for that?
No, I those.
Boy, listen, boy, I used to hear that. Boy, I tell you, boy.
I don't want to see how he's going
Based on our pastor talking, I can give him the grade. Based on pastor give him a 5.5, close to a 6.
You could download the manifesto if you want to see it, Tito.
I think so too, Tito.
What did it say? Transparency.
I say you could download. I ain't downloading on my data. I pay a live for my phone bill.
I need download something.
Eddie Smith. It is Eddie and Smith. It isn't Eddie.
No.
All right. Eddie says nothing can save Minutes in this election. He would be the first one-time PM and lose his seat.
He's the first one-time PM?
No, he won't be. He's saying one time and then lose a seat.
Oh.
I don't know, and I don't think I don't think he's gonna lose a seat.
It's cold, man.
I don't see him losing a seat, definitely. And I still say this as I close the show because we over time. I can still say this. I don't feel no groundswell towards the PLP. I think people who saying that, I think they're almost delusional. I have not, from the persons who were talking strong FNM 4 years ago, they have not shifted. That's what went up with the groundswell, but people shifting over. I have not heard that. Now, I don't know if I'm probably the water hole I go to. I supposed to go to wrong water and hole.
You don't go to no water hole.
That's what I said. I probably get wrong one.
You know one thing. If you get any water hole, I went to it in the Facebook, listen, you preach no more.
All right, so that means the preacher cancel because they go to
I
water
ain't
hole.
go to the water hole. You go to the water hole and don't drink no water.
I'm talking about dancing, man. I getting off, man. I'm not really talking to him. I'm I get around this one.
That's the best boy.
He had to sit in the chair to appreciate me. Because before, he didn't appreciate me.
You was there before the chair.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate him then.
And now he's still working on you.
Yeah, you keep working.
I'm working on you.
You're
doing better though. Because I've been by your side of the day. You play worship in the morning now. You play worship music. I said, look, him say he get a little boxing, but he worship music. I say, oh,
listen to me. This man was tuned into almost every Sunday service and some Tuesdays during the pandemic. I got to give calorie props because he was texting me afterwards. You know, so he was locked in. Now I know what's going on now. He say, let me tell you why he say he won't join. I ain't think why he say he won't join.
I could tell him, I will listen to your preach. So I don't come for praise.
I use you to say, I said, listen, when that worship get to you,
I won't come here and preach.
You'll get there.
So when I tune in, I have that on mute till I see him grab the mic.
You wasn't wasting me. I should go to concerts, have to perform and dance, and when these fellas start singing, I gone.
When you see Pastor God, Mike, they
I
see him
go
put his
on.
head
I
down. It's
I don't
once
hear
once
nothing.
his head up, he's singing.
You will see.
Anybody head
Boy,
down,
he praying.
it's time to preach. They
Carlo,
say, all right, unmute. There you go.
I promise you, maturity coming.
Yeah,
you can
man.
testify about this.
I can
Watch.
listen to Pastor.
I can
though.
listen to Pastor preach
No,
now.
what it, no, what,
Some people
what,
I can't listen to, but I can
what,
listen to
what
Pastor.
Carlos thing is? Carlos thing is that I don't want to be next to you. Just tell me what you got to say. I don't want to be next to you. I don't spend no time with you. I just want to have what you have to say. That's what Carlos said.
Yeah.
Pastor
Yeah,
Chua
that's-
says you
that's-
should be better than his son this. I'm Chua say Bible study and that.
Wow. I mean,
I don't think
I know that's a good thing or bad thing,
You
but
gotta,
okay.
I mean, I just
you gotta come to Sunday morning and sing.
I listen to Pastor on Sunday morning,
See, listening is a different. You need to come in the house.
but I ain't like Carlo. I ain't muting.
Listen
I
to me.
You listen to the old days.
Listen to me.
Why you gotta say?
give you
Why
a
you
good
gotta
one.
say you don't like
This
me?
a good scenario.
You don't have to reiterate what I say.
It's a good scenario. You can see jail all you want from the outside on the camera. You
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
go to yourself and see it,
Look,
buddy.
Mama,
It's
Jesus.
always a different
But
experience.
who's this man? Who you? Who you?
You'll see.
Well, man, sick life done.
More time.
Life done change you.
More time.
We get you too. Come on.
Yeah, I doing it.
Come on. Come on. Carlo-
Open up now. It's going to trade. So
Carlo fighting. He will come back.
You
he
be there
fighting.
long enough, you'll see.
I said, church start
I can
9
hit you
o'clock,
on this
pastor
time, you know.
preach till 11 o'clock.
I hope you one of them
2
that hit you. You on the floor and I gotta come pick you up or throw the sheet over you. Because your tight punch showing too much.
I ended the show.
Yeah.
Come, producer, if you're somewhere there, but let's end this show. Listen, this is our inaugural show back. It is a good one. We're going a few minutes over time, but
Peter be back next week. I need my old dog on the side of you, man. I gotta dig this.
No.
man.
You gotta quarantine
I
first.
gotta dig this.
You still may be
oh,
shedding.
let me put this right in time. Dylan said, "Oh, so Carlo don't like my drumming."
Oh, hey,
Hey, yes.
Yeah. That apparently so, Dylan.
Now I would have
Fast nor slow. Who get what
Yeah,
you
because I mean we do fast and slow.
I know one thing. I watch Pastor run Delta from the keyboard so much time. I said he ain't funny. He get it, and he gone. He gone again.
Listen to me.
Gone, and he sit there and
But
show
these the
back.
same fellas who
That's
go in
it.
the club and listen
I was
to
waiting
club
on that.
music.
I was waiting on
16 hours.
16 hours.
Ain't one go.
straight to the-
Langa.
to the water hole.
All right then.
I watch Pastor wave Delton up.
Yeah? No. I ready yet.
I see Delton start that. I say, oh yeah, you can wrap up now.
Oh, he gone.
Pastor's like,
But you know what scared me do? When you see Pastor start, and he started a little bump, and he said, okay, he about to start. Then now I see something better him again. Gone again for 2 more songs. I say, oh my goodness, when Pastor can preach. I won't hear the word, man.
Yeah, just talk to me. I want to know you.
I won't hear the word.
Yeah, don't hug me. Just talk to me.
That's what it is. That's again.
That's intimacy with God. That's time in His
One nigga
presence.
show up, but I guess all verbal so good. You're trying to make a nigga feel bad.
That's
No. You
that-
didn't feel bad.
Yeah, no, you should. You should.
I could give you a better
I
scenario.
don't want no scenario.
I could take this to husband and wife.
Well, I was getting this strong
What?
now, but I can
You
stop.
know?
We're only gonna be able to stop. That I can stop.
I can slide on that one, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you slide.
Let me. I can't see if Marisha in there now. Y'all can see her. She's in there.
Maybe she ain't in there. You gotta call her on her phone. We can talk till she reach.
All right. No, if we talk to you, you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, you can make trouble.
you ain't be into that. I saw something on let me just tell Marisha reading on us. So I know she stepped up a second. But I saw something on Clint's show last night that was very disturbing. The young man, his daughter, was sexually assaulted by a bus driver. And
14-year-old.
14-year-old.
Chesapeake?
That thing put me almost at the point of tears as a father with a daughter.
Chesapeake?
Huh?
like, yeah.
Yes, it's
Where the
it's
bus driver? Where the bus driver?
So when he approached the bus driver, he said he put his hand on the fellow. He got charged for whatever the case is. So that's fine. He ain't fight over that for whatever the case is. But the bus driver, he was waiting on this case to be called, and he got something on Facebook because he never got a call about the case being tried or being called to court, and he finds out
You get a fine.
on Facebook that the man was fined like $220.
How much?
$220. Hold on,
I know- I
and the
know
family was
that.
never called to court. The family was never called to court. He never got to go in court. He found out through something he saw on Facebook that his daughter, the guy who assaulted his daughter, put his hand under her dress.
That music come on right now, buddy. I want you to know that because listen to
Yeah.
I have 2 daughters. I ain't gonna make it to court.
Listen, as a father watching that,
He ain't gonna make it to court.
no, but it's over. He didn't get fined.
Macaulay, you don't gotta worry about
He
that.
ain't gonna make it to court. Right, my daughters ain't catching the bus.
We run too deep.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna make it to court.
You wouldn't even have to handle that. He'd have been in trouble.
No, he ain't
Yeah.
gonna make it to court. I can sit right in Washington Square, and he ain't gonna make it to court. It ain't me who do it, but he ain't gonna make it to God.
That when I heard that and I saw this brother's, I mean, I didn't need to see his passion, but just hearing this,
That's crazy, but I talking sense.
just hearing it,
I don't even know who the magistrate is. Like, how they even think that's cool? $220.
$200.
That's a half a day on the bus for this place. Man, cut this right.
Drop the mic.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna be serious.
No,
$220
when I watched
bro?
that, I was frozen. I was frozen. You saw the news event.
I didn't see.
I
Oh, that ain't right.
I saw the
I watched
How
it
you was
last
a
night
prosecutor
and
a
I
magistrate
was frozen.
sleeping comfortable in your bed, knowing that you're only charged a man 200.
Because here's my problem: when you charge the man, you're saying he was guilty.
Right? Man, they
'Cause the fact
charged
that
the
you charge
man
him,
and I would
you
go
confirm
30
it.
grand, eh?
You're confirming that he's guilty. That's why you charge him.
That means if you, the person in the club, that was Abaco or one family island, he
Yes.
get charged 30 grand for having people inside. He get charged $300 for every person and $2,500. And this
Yes.
is nice some people.
Yes.
And you're the charge of molester $220. You gotta be out your mind. And y'all want to give this administration.
You can't get it to the bed.
Come on.
Nah, you can't put on the administration now, Carlo.
Everybody is the
The prime minister got to call that one, and he said, "Hey, listen to me. Y'all need to fix that."
That can't be the prime minister, man.
The AG is selected by the prime minister, if I'm not mistaken, and there's no way the AG is supposed to let it happen. $220? What gotta be your children? I want the children.
No, they can't.
I think Carlo get emotional. Before the round they come out, let me stop. Listen, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Barbershop Talk will be back. This is new and improved Barbershop Talk. We'll be back on next week, Wednesday at 5 o'clock sharp. See you then. Blessings to y'all, man. Shut us down, Marisha.
$220. Make sure.